you son of a bitch. Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's a late night, it's a late night, late night. Smash that like, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Friday night, Friday night, Friday night, Friday night. Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. A little late, but that's all right. If you're on the West Coast, it's still early. If you're on the East Coast, I mean, look, hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. Probably some of y'all have red wine, white wine, rum, whiskey, tequila, a cocktail, whichever cocktail, if it's a drink or it's an actual one. Smash that like button. Hey, yo, smash that like button. Man, we got an event tomorrow. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. Olympian, gonna be facing Albright. I got Keyshawn Davis knocking him out. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. We're gonna be talking about Keyshawn Davis. We're gonna be talking about, in the sport of boxing, we have the baby face and we always have a heel. And throughout the years, you know what I'm saying, we had the Muhammad Ali was used to get booed. You know what I'm saying? Even though that he's the greatest, but back in the days he used to get booed. People used to hate him, but they want to pay to see somebody beat him up, right? We have Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest that ever laced him up. But a lot of people hate it. People pay to see Floyd Mayweather get beat up, right? He know how to promote himself. Muhammad Ali know how to promote himself. You feel me? We had the baby face of Oscar de la Hoya, right? A lot of people loved him and liked him. Like Canelo Alvarez, a lot of people like him. Manny Pacquiao. But then you have that villain that is highly lucrative as well. And I believe that Keyshawn Davis has all the ingredients to be the most lucrative heel of his era. Of course, the sport of boxing, they've been promoting the Four Kings, the 5-5, when we're talking about Shakur Stevenson and Javante Tank Davis and Devin Haney and Teofimo and Ryan Garcia. But I think the guy that has the aura, the fighting style, the way to promote, the way that he gets people under their skin, the way that he know how to call people out. Let me tell you like this. I like how, because Keyshawn Davis, even though that he's an Olympian, it ain't like he had the machine on his back, like promoting him, like everything that he's building right now is from scratch, right? I mean, even when he was in the Olympics, he wasn't promoted like the Floyd Mayweather and the Oscar de la Hoyas and stuff like that. Like, he had to really work and prove, and every follower that he got is because of him. He know how to go stream with the people and stuff like that, knock people out, be controversial, and stuff like that, know how to call the people that's going to keep his name relevant. I think that Keyshawn Davis, who is going to destroy Albright this Saturday, that's my prediction. I believe he has all the ingredients. He's on my pound for pound top 10 most entertaining fighter in the sport of boxing. And I'm projecting that he's going to knock Albright out, and then call out anybody. You attach Keyshawn Davis to anybody, is going to be a great fight. You attach Keyshawn Davis versus Devin, highly good promo, great fight. Keyshawn Davis versus Ryan Garcia, great promo, good fight. Keyshawn Davis versus Gervonta Tank Davis, fireworks. Even Keyshawn Davis versus Tio, fireworks. Keyshawn Davis versus, I'm telling you attach his name to anybody, and I think that if he keeps on winning and keeps on performing, Keyshawn Davis got all the ingredients to be the most lucrative villain, the most lucrative heel of this era. There's people that, Ryan Garcia got a lot of fans, he got haters, but not the type of hater that I don't think that people pay to see Ryan Garcia lose. I don't think people pay to see Gervonta Tank Davis lose. I've been to a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Hey, man, his audience, his fans come to see him perform. Sellout crowd. Jerome Bruce Ennis, I don't think he has the charisma, to promote, but he's phenomenal in the ring. You know what I'm saying? One of the most, probably arguably the most entertaining American fighter in the sport of boxing. Him, David Benavidez, Bam Rodriguez, like these guys don't promote. David Benavidez know how to promote, but I think the only haters that David Benavidez is gonna get is the Canelo Alvarez fanboys. That's it. But I think everybody respects David Benavidez. If you're not a fan of David Benavidez style, like I don't know if you like boxing. I don't know if you like the fight game. Also, we're gonna be talking about, of course, Claressa Shields, and throughout all the platforms, whether you on YouTube, Instagram, X, she's getting lit. She's getting lit by the comment section, and it's a lot of negativity. A lot of people feel like she's a negative person, toxic personality, toxic character. You know what I'm saying? I used to support Claressa Shields, but it got to the point where, man, I can't support this woman for real. She just a blatant. She just hates everything that's good. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I'm one of the very, very few boxing channels, boxing content creator, independent media, whatever, that supported women boxing and have argued with other media personnel to support women boxing. Right? Because I'm saying like this, even in the media, even a lot of people within the sport of boxing, whether you're a boxing content creator, independent media, they don't really like women boxing. Don't let these people fool you. Because I spent years and there was nobody talking about women boxing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, there's only 2 channels that was talking about women boxing. When I started my channel and I really started doing this consistently 7 to 8 years ago, right? It was only outside of me. It was only one guy. It was like Ring IQ. He's the only one talking about women boxing. Nobody would. Ain't nobody was talking about when it was Claressa Shields' first pay-per-view event out there in Detroit. I did a lot of commentary. A lot of people wasn't looking on. A lot of people wasn't interested. There's a lot of people that's not interested in Claressa Shields' fight. There's a lot of people that's not interested in Claressa Shields' career. Let's be honest. As much that she has accomplished so many things in the sport of boxing, so to say, she's not that entertaining. She doesn't knock nobody out. She doesn't create the oohs and the ahs like Christy Martin did in her day, like Layla Ali did in her day, like Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, that's going to be performing May 30th in Paso, Texas. Katie Taylor, speed and power, but you know what I'm saying? But her resume speaks for itself, right? You know what I'm saying? The emerge of Alicia Baumgartner, she's not as entertaining like that. I wish that Estrada didn't retire too young. You know what I'm saying? She retired young. But shout out to all the women. Shout out to all the ladies in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Tiara Brown. Shout out to Christina Cruz. Shout out to Camilla. Shout out to everybody. Oh, Chantel Cameron, Natasha Jonas. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be talking about that the way also for those that, because let's be real, let's be honest. Shout out to Shanti, shout out to Dev in the building, shout out to Man on Fire, shout out to Bleezy. What's good? What's good? If you haven't become a member of the Punch Drunk Boxing, become a member. You know, show love to your boy. Become a member to the channel, add value to the channel as well. You know? So what I'm tired of, I'm actually tired of the politics trying to hook wink the fans. I think that Claressa Shields have enough accomplishment where they don't have to give her more. You know what I'm saying? Like give her extra credit for things that she haven't. Like when you see a press release of the museum, the Natural History Museum, how in New York City, saying that she's the first female to become undisputed in the Fort Belt era. That's a smack in the face to Cecilia Breaker. Shout out to Cecilia Breaker, the first lady. 2014, she became the first female boxer to become undisputed in the Fourth Belt era. But yet they send a press release to all these platforms and journalists, and this is what they say. And they can't even take back because I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's a lot of people that really is not into women boxing. Again, boxing is already a niche. It's a very, very niche sport right now. It's not like back in the days. It's not even a major sport no more. So there's a lot of people that don't even fact check a lot of things in the sport of boxing. It's not even governed. I don't even think that people understand that boxing is the Wild Wild West. Boxing is the Wild Wild West. Boxing set its own rules. Boxing got 4 sanctioning bodies, and all the 4 sanctioning bodies got different rankings. So if you're number 1 in the WBC, you may not be not even top 20 in the WBO. You know, you really have to really pay attention to the sport of boxing to understand what the hell is going on in the sport of boxing. You really, this is because you could easily, especially out of all sports, boxing is the easiest way that you could be misled. And I could see how the promo and the machine of Claressa Shields people, how they've been misleading the public. And by misleading the public and misleading also credible publications, you got to understand that when we living in the AI world, we living in the search Google and all that stuff, and then it pops up, it gives you all the information. You think that that's the real information because AI is actually giving you the information of publications, all that data crunched up and giving you the answer. In the sport of just like when you be like, oh, $8 million, $8 million, CBS, $8 million, NBC, $8 million, ESPN, $8 million. And then in all actuality, when she's having an interview and saying, well, the $8 million was just a number that we threw out there. It's not a factual $8 million deal. But the thing is that shit is already out there, and the algorithm is already out there on AI. They picked it up from credible publications. You understand? And there's some people so lazy they don't want to fact check. They don't want to fact check. But I'm a boxing content creator. I'm gonna let you know the truth. Just like when she be like, "Oh, I'm a 5-division world champion." Did you know how she got 5-division world champion, ladies and gentlemen? Did you know that she became a 5-division world champion when she beat Joanne, when she beat the Canadian, and she was a WBC heavyweight champion? And Claressa Shields fought the WBC heavyweight champion, but because the WBO doesn't align with the other belt federation in terms of heavyweight, but Claressa Shields is a heavyweight. Joanne is a heavyweight, but they fought for the light heavyweight vacant title. Claressa Shields never fought at light heavyweight. So then they say 5-division world champion. That was supposed to be her 4th division world champion. So they was fighting for 2 titles in the heavyweight, and the WBO vacant from the light heavyweight. Never fought at light heavyweight. Both of these girls. Oh, she's a 5-division world champion. So now she parading. You never fought even in the division. You never fought at light heavyweight. But nobody is doing it. Nobody. Everybody just because once you Google. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, folks, because I don't want you to be misled. And that's why, see, people don't get mad, you know, when they be like, they lying. No, you just hate when people tell the truth. And then they feel like Claressa Shields probably feels that she's being downplayed, her accomplishment and being discredited. No, I'm just keeping it real. You can keep all the accomplishment, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it facts. Get busy in the building. What's good? Hold on. Let me tell you so y'all won't get misled, because I know a lot. I'm gonna say a lot of people that's following Claressa Shields and the story with Papoose and stuff like that is a lot of them are not also boxing fans. You know, I've seen the comments, and there's a lot of people that says, you know what, I don't follow her in boxing. They follow Claressa Shields because she's attached to Papoose, and Papoose is attached to Remy Ma, and there's a lot of women out there that respects Remy Ma. There's a lot of women out there that or people that they follow the hip hop news and reviews and gossips and radio shows or whatever stuff like that. So Claressa Shields, by being in this relationship, has infiltrated that community, and now that community has been interested in the boxing, and now they learn it, or they just catching on to what's really real about Claressa Shields, right? So, but Hector in the building was good. Let me give y'all. Give me a sec. Let me upload this. Let me upload so I can understand what I'm talking about. Let me upload this so I can understand what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Smash that like button. Smash that like. We're going to be talking about everything. We're going to be talking about, should men hold men accountable? Should men hold men accountable? I know that sounds a little bit cliche, of course. But I think that where society is today is because men have abandoned holding other men in the community accountable. I always say that boxing translates to life itself. So we're going to be talking about life itself as well, because it's going to translate to it. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. Let me get you right here. All right, this is Joannis, right? Joannis, you see that WBC in the bottom, the WBC World Heavyweight Vacant title. She won this title, right? She won this title. She at the time, she's a WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world. Claressa Shields moved up to the Heavyweight Championship of the world. She got some titles, right? Peep this. They say that Claressa Shields is a 5-division world champion, but she never fought in the light heavyweight division. But this is how people gonna get misled. Hold on. This is Claressa Shields versus Joannis. They're fighting for the WBC World Heavyweight, the WBF World Heavyweight, the WBO Light Heavyweight Vacant. But they're fighting in the heavyweight division. She's fighting the heavyweight champion. This belt is just... let me... So you understand the politics. Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. What I don't like about these things when it happens in the sport of boxing, that what it actually does is discredit it and tries to water down what other people have done in the sport of boxing. So when we say, hey, yo, Roy Jones Jr., 4-division world champion. Floyd Mayweather, 5-division world champion. Yo, 5-division world champion. Yo, Oscar de la Hoya, 6th-division world champion, right? When they politically make it seem like, oh, she's really a 5-division world champion, but never really fought in that division, right? And then she goes and say, but look, I'm a 5-division world champion along with Roy Jones Jr. that fought 5 divisions. And I'm like Floyd Mayweather that was a 5-division world champion. And then I'm the GWO. And then people attach that to what other greats have done. But this is all false. This is all politics in the sport of boxing. Let's put this belt on the line. Why? Of course, if Claressa Shields around that division is making the most money, do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that she has to pay to also fight just like all the fighters, the 3%? So, of course, the WBO has an opportunity to get 3% of the sanctioning body, right? The 3% fee. Well, shit. The WBO has an opportunity, man. I mean, I don't got no fighters. I mean, Claressa Shields, do you want to become a 5-division world champion? You know what I'm saying? You give her that type of legacy, her promotional company. Oh, yeah, that's good for her profile. All right, let's put this belt on the line. Pay the 3%. All right, the belt's on the line. They was not supposed to be fighting for no light heavyweight WBO vacant. They're not even campaigning in a light heavyweight. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, folks? How can you fight for a vacant WBO in the light heavyweight when both other fighters are heavyweight? But that's just so as soon as Claressa Shields beat Joanne, and then she vacated her light heavyweight strap. All right, that's just for me to say that I'm light. That's just for the brand, for the aura, or just to become a 5-division world champion. So me as a boxing fan, when I hear 5-division world champion, shut up. When I hear 19 times world champion, nobody becomes a 19-time world champion. All right, you fight one champion, you become a champion like that. That's not the terminology that we usually say in the sport of boxing. 19-time world champion. No. If you beat, I'm going to give you an example. So if I fight, I'm going to give you an example. If I fight Naoya Inoue, he's the undisputed, right? He got 4 belts. I'm going to fight Naoya Inoue. I beat Naoya Inoue. I'm a 4-time champion now. No, I'm an undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. Do you understand? I don't become because he got 4 belts. Oh, I beat Naoya Inoue. I'm a 4-time champion now. No, I beat the champion that night. I became a champion that one time. I gather all the straps, but I'm a champion that one time, that one night, and stuff like that. I'm a 4-time champion. You see, I got the WBC, the WBO. That's one champion. I'm another champion. I'm another champion, and I'm another champion. I'm a 4-time champion today. But see, so people that don't understand the sport, she could manipulate people that don't understand the sport of boxing. And because boxing is a niche sport, boxing is usually not fact checked. If you know the sport of boxing, they'll throw you numbers out there. Oh my God, this fighter made 350,000. Sold 350,000 pay-per-view buys. Nobody fact check it. They don't give you actual numbers. Just like purses, they're not supposed to really give you the actual purse that they made. How much did Canelo Alvarez made versus Terrence Bud Crawford? How much Terrence Bud Crawford really made? You know what I'm saying? How much these fighters, boxing doesn't truly work like that. You really got to know who is who. You really got to get your information. That's why when I heard, oh, look, if you want to know how much a gate of an event did the gate, you got to get the information from the commission. Now, sometimes the commission is going to give you the information. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're going to give you half of the commission. That's when I got the email from the Michigan State Athletic Commission, and they emailed me the licensing fee of Franchon Cruz de Jean versus Claressa Shields, $1.6 million. All right, now I understand how much money was in the pot. What's the realistic number that was out there? She could easily pay. I made $2 million, $3 million. No, you didn't. You ain't made none of that type of money. versus Franchon Crew de Jour in her last fight. Now I understand how Franchon Crew de Jour actually did say in her interview with Angela Lee, "Oh, I ain't make that much money fighting her," because it makes sense. If you $1.6 million in the pot for a whole event, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay the rest of the fighters in that event. You got to pay your counterpart. You got to pay everybody. You ain't make that. You ain't make more than that. You feel me? Eddie in the building was good, man. He said, "Yo, I discussed the issue of the WBO light heavyweight title during the LePage fight with the current WBO president. He couldn't explain why they add the WBO light heavyweight title on the fight. You know, Ed, you know why. You know why they added that. The sanctioning fee, the 3%. The 3%. Just like we see her WBO belt in the WBO belt in the the museum. Why not the WBC? Why not the IBF? Why not the WBA? Because they want to market themselves as well. Everything is a business. Is when people actually analyze the business and what's really, really going on. I see what's really going on. What other people just may see, oh, no, it's just Claressa Shields and Papoose, and is the sport, the gossip, whatever it is. But I'm seeing it from a whole different type of lens. And then I feel like it's my job, my responsibility to let the people know what the hell is really, 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 really going on, right? So I don't like the way that the Claressa Shield machine, promotional machine, is hoodwinking the people. I don't like it because by doing that, you're discrediting and devaluing and water down somebody else's legacy. Now it's up to now. Again, there's not a lot of boxing content creator that follow women boxing. So when Claressa Shields may say something, who cares? Like there's people that really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then people's gonna eat up the whole. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you're reading, put it this way. Watch. Hold on. Give me a second. Claressa Shields. Watch. So when you go to the AM website, you go to credible websites, journalists, credible websites, right? And then you read. Hold on. Draft. Become. Highlighted her achievement of becoming the first. And then you go to a website and you read this. The first female boxer to hold all 4 weight classes, titles. And they had to I'm glad that people have time in on that because I've also seen certain people edit it, edit their hold on. Give me a sec. Because once you see a lot of people writing the same thing, you know that is a press release that's been sent out, maybe from the gallery, from the museum. What's another article? Where's another article? Give me a second. Another article. Sophia jewelry fashion. It was another article I seen. Museum debut. Women's Wear Daily. That's a big fashion news outlet. Women World Wears Daily is a very, very big fashion publication. When the theater. Where is that? But I did a video about it. I did a video. Y'all could go check out the video. A lady called in the Hood Champions last week and says that Claressa has always been this way, but was protected because they wanted to run with the poor girl from Michigan who beat the odds. Of course. I mean, look, and there's a lot of stories like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all right. Yo, a little exaggeration is all right to sell. You know what I'm saying? That's what boxing is all about, that. Sell a story. You feel me? I mean, boxing has truly become like a WWE. You know, like you gotta sell a story. I'm all right with that. Sell a story, but don't sell a story. Don't sell a story to diminish somebody else's legacy. You feel me? I understand it. Sell a story, sell the sad story, whatever. People feel sorry for you. You feel like the victim. People vibe to that victim story. Oh man, wow, oh my God, I'm motivated, inspiring. Oh my God, it's so sad. No, right, yes, win, yeah. I understand all that. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. But when it takes away from somebody else's legacy, I would love to see a Claressa Shields says, you know what? I read this article, but guess what? You know what? I'm not the first. Shout out to Cecilia Breakers. Why don't you say that? And then right there, people will be like, yo, she a real one. Right? Because if Claressa Shields be looking at a bunch of comment section, I know she be reading her own article about the museum. I know she read the article. I mean, she was the only athlete that went over there because they know in the exhibit is just temporary. So now they got it out there. Oh my God, Claressa Shields been inducted into the museum, and that's an exhibit. Somebody rents that a part of the museum. They have a little exhibit, and then 3, 4, 5 months, they move into another thing. She's not like the dinosaur when you walk into the museum, and the same dinosaur that been there since I was like 5 years old is still out there. You feel me? She's not part of the real museum. Is not they're not celebrating her, and she's permanent in the museum. But the way they promote it or inducted into the museum, no, she's not inducted to the museum. It's an exhibit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a great thing. It's a good thing. Celebrate that she's a 3-division undisputed world champion. I ain't taking nothing away from that. I ain't taking her gold medal. I'm not taking nothing away that she represented USA and won 2 gold medals. And at the time, probably inspired so many women athletes out there. But what has happened? What has happened, ladies and gentlemen? What has happened? What has happened with all that supposed to be motivation and inspiration? What has happened to all of that? And this is what we got to talk about. We got to talk about boxing translates to life itself, and the title of the live: did Papoose damage Claressa Shields' public image, or was it her, or was it her family, or was it the public? Was it us? Was it us that she may deem, oh, you haters, oh, you devils, oh, you this? Was it your mouth? Was it the way that the way that you move outside of the ring? What has destroyed? I'm not gonna even say destroyed. I'm gonna say the value. I'm gonna say the public image is not what it was even 2 years ago. The most that you could say about Claressa Shields negative-wise back then is that she loud. Some people deem her confident. You know what I'm saying? Some people were, how you say? Some people look at her confident like if it's like, they couldn't stomach her confident. Some people are inspired by her confidence. In the line of sport, I never really truly have a problem with her confidence because I'm a type of fan base. I like the little rah-rah. I like that chip on your shoulder. It's the fight game. It's the fight game. I do like fighters that talk. I like when Muhammad Ali talked. I like that. I like when Mike Tyson said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat your children and stuff like that. I'm all right. I'm all right with that. I know there's other people that can't stomach it. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with Floyd Mayweather talking his ish. Some people like the reserve. Some people like their little Triple G, their Bivol, the Beterbiev. They like their, their I like the Manny Pacquiao, the way that he carried himself. But I like that rah-rah. I like the Tony Harrison versus Jamel Charlo. I like that. But like I said throughout lives and videos, when it comes to women in this sport, it's different. See, Muhammad Ali felt he needed to do that to create the image and to create that villain role so people could come out and pay to see him lose, and eventually people see his greatness. I understand that blueprint. It worked for Muhammad Ali. It worked for Floyd Mayweather. It worked for Mike Tyson. So that's just the blueprint. It's unfortunate that the American boxers had to create a villain image, and that's why we're going to be talking about Keyshawn Davis as well, that has to create a villain image to really sell. I'm not saying that other fighters couldn't sell, but these guys sold way more than anybody at their time. Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson came out of jail, and then he really started talking and being and adopted that villain role because everybody already felt that he was a villain while he was locked up for, right? So he started talking. If you remember Mike Tyson back then, before he got locked up, he didn't talk that much. He didn't talk. His fist did the talking, but then he created the image of a bad guy, and then people started believing. Then he really started being truly being the intimidated figure. Right, but that sold the Evander Holyfield fight. That sold the Lennox Lewis fight. Right? Look at Conor. Look at Conor McGregor in the UFC. Controversial. It sells. It's unfortunate, but in America, it seems like in the combat world, the Americans love chaos. They all buy into chaos. They all buy into drama. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, we have a cynical type of way that we want to buy into something, right? We like bad stuff. It is what it is. Hey, yo, look at even WWE. Remember, I know we're talking about wrestling, but look at even WWE. People started liking Stone Cold. He was the heel. People started liking The Rock. He never turned good. People started liking bad shit. We living in the world right now where people like the bad things. Or I'm not even saying they're intrigued by it. They're intrigued with chaos and drama, and it sells. But when it comes to women boxing, this is where it don't sell. See, because I keep on saying the most lucrative fight in women boxing history, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. The highest paid women boxer is Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. You know how they got there? With class. Now we're bad-mouthing each other, water down each other's resume and accomplishments, talk down about each other's skills, has to show a butt or ass or titty or anything to sell. They sold, and they got women boxing to where women boxing at the highest is at. Women boxing never been at its highest, is at its peak with class. That's the difference between women boxing and even on male boxing. That it got there with class. People are not watching women boxing to see chaos. People are watching women boxing because the class and they're warriors, and they just put all that energy in the ring. If you take Claressa Shields out of women boxing right now, where's the chaos? Where's the disrespect? Where's the devaluement? Where is women truly dogging each other out and the accomplishment or anything, disrespecting each other? Let me know. Of course, there's gonna be some competitive. I could beat you, but yeah, that's the sport. I'll beat your ass, and I'm better than you, and stuff like that. I'm gonna show the world that I'm gonna beat you tonight. I'm gonna knock you out, whatever, blah blah. That's regular competitive fight talk. But with Claressa Shields, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. Some people, oh yeah, but she did a sold-out crowd in Detroit, and man, they gave tickets away. They gave tickets away. And if they don't, bring the record out. If they don't, bring out the numbers out. Tell Selena Promotion and Claressa Shields, if she likes facts, you could easily put that, because I try to put all the information out. They only give me half of the information. Put the numbers out. The only one that could truly put the numbers out right now is Selena Promotions, how much they sold on the gate. You know why they don't want to put the sheets out? Because it will say, there's a section in that sheet that's going to say comp. There's going to be a section of the sheet that's going to say comp tickets. You know what's the comp ticket? Tickets that they bought themselves. And they had to give it away. Because that wasn't even a sold out crowd days before the fight. And that's how people just, see, she sold out. Oh, so she sold out a No. They gave those tickets away. That's the reason why they don't want to put the information public. I sell 18,000 seats. No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. And if I'm lying, put the sheets out. Sue. Say it again. Oh, your punch drunk is lying. Yeah, sue me. Put the sheet out. You know, because when you sue somebody, then everything comes out. Or have you noticed all the people she wanted to sue, she never sued? Why? All the people she wanted to sue, she never sued. Why? Why? Because when you sue, then the real information truly comes out. Because what? If you sue somebody because they said that you would make that your contract is not an $8 million deal, then you have to show the real actual $8 million deal contract. Now, I believe that the $3 million bonus, I believe in the $3 million bonus. And maybe with the question that, did Papoose devalue Shields' image? I'm not saying that Papoose devalue her purse. I'm not saying that Papoose devalue her bank account. But did Papoose devalue Shields' image? Because the only image that was is her character, the way that she talks. But now her image has been taking a hit, because how can she inspire and motivate women when she is with Remy Ma's husband? How can you inspire? Ain't no righteous women inspired by you with a married man. Ain't no women inspired by that. Ain't no righteous women inspired by that. Ain't no women inspired by your looks. Ain't no women inspired by your mouth. Ain't no women inspired by your fashion sense. Ain't no women inspired by your shoe game. Ain't no women inspired by your wigs. Ain't no women inspired by your makeup. Ain't no woman inspired by your character, your personality, your sense of humor, your mouth. No woman is inspired by you. So when I see this tweet, hold on, and I did the video about it. I did the video. Hey, nobody. Look, you ain't never gonna get an endorsement from Finesse. You ain't gonna get an endorsement from Head and Shoulder. You ain't even gonna get an endorsement from a lotion. Because if I ever see Claressa Shields, do a commercial with that Johnson & Johnson lotion, I ain't using no damn Johnson & Johnson lotion. And any of the women that I know ain't gonna be using no damn lotion. That's why you can't. If you drinking Gatorade, I'm drinking Powerade. If you drinking Coca-Cola, I'm buying Pepsi. That's why there ain't no endorsements. Ain't nobody trying to sponsor up. Nah. If she's in a McDonald's commercial, I'm eating Wendy's. Fuck that. She'll drive down sales, man, quicker than anything. Hey, yo, let me know if I'm lying. Hey, Hey, yo, ladies in the chat. Yo, ladies in the chat. Let me know if I'm lying. Who's, as a matter of fact, anybody in the chat right now, tell me right now, who's inspired by this woman? Huh? No, keep it real. Who's inspired? Are you inspired by her relationship? Are you inspired? Are you inspired? Even a car. Do you want her car? Do you want her house? Are you inspired the way that she microwaves, cooks? Did you, when she went, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it here? There is not here. Oh, hey, yo, are you inspired? Hey, yo, even the men out here. Hey, yo, men. Do you want this woman to cook for you after a hard day of work? After a hard day of work, you working 9 to 5. As a matter of fact, you did overtime. You did 18, 16, 17 hours. You probably didn't even have good lunch because you didn't want to eat outside. And you coming home, hard day of work, and you waiting for some good food. Oh, don't worry, I know you tired, baby. And when you come home, I got you a good hot plate. And look what she does. She microwaves you something from Stop and Shop that probably was expired. Huh? What are you inspired? How can you be inspired? Ain't nobody could hate on you. You don't inspire nobody. Huh? My thought. Hey, yo, matter of fact, he says hey, yo, my thought. Yeah, I was gonna say something. Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on. Put this up. Hold on, put this up. Yo, wait. You had it. Yo, it's just, it's fucking me up right now, man. Hold on. Yo, I don't. He said, yo, if my thumb says, yo, veneers endorsement. Hey, yo, she had veneers. And I said, fuck it. I ain't even gonna fix my chip tooth. I don't want veneers. I stay with my chip tooth. I don't give a damn. No, I don't want that veneer. I don't want veneers no more. I'm staying with my chip tooth. Just because she got veneers, I'll stay with my teeth. Can't be inspired by that woman. No man, no woman is inspired by that. Chick, she meaning no, yo me quedo así, mi hermano. I stay like that. Fuck that chick, venir, que se va para la mierda. I don't give a fuck it. Have you love me with my chip tooth or not? Yeah. I went to that same place that she did the veneers. I said, "Oh, did you?" And the doctors and the dentist said, "Do you know that I also did Claressa Shields? That you do?" She had me like this. She had me like this. Excuse me. I'll bring you my, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. You had a chipped tooth. How long had you chipped tooth? I said, yeah, for a long time. Okay. Did you know that I did Claressa Shields veneers as well? That you did what? No. I'm out of here. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, woman. I'm going to the next dentist. Let me find another dentist on Instagram. Get you. I'm saying, who did Steve Harvey teeth? I want that. Yo, nah. Hold on, this is what she said. Give me a sec. She said like, hold on. Where is that? Shit, if you're inspired by Claressa Shields,
You's a liar.
if you're inspired by her looks,
You's a liar.
by her relationship,
You's a liar.
by her makeup,
You's a liar.
by her dress,
You's a liar.
yo, She says, get them sick. Gon' keep killing them with success. Ooh, she gon' kill everybody with success. Ooh, she gon', man, nobody even wants your success. You can't kill nobody with your success because nobody is inspired by it. I'm a boxing head. I know. I've been to enough gyms. I even know, I know a lot of girl fighters. Not one have said I'm inspired by Claressa Shields. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I am keeping it real. Ain't nobody inspired because women, good, righteous women, and most women in the sport of boxing are ladies. Most 99%. Hey, yo, let me tell you like this. I even like watching women fight. And now today, I like watching the women more than the men. Clásico. I'm telling you that, yo, the women in boxing are the most humble, respectful women. I'm dead serious. Anybody in the sport of boxing, the women in boxing are the most humble, ladylike. You may see them like they warriors. You may see them that these women, each and every one I've met, they'll be like, yo, Punch, yo, what's good? I'll be watching your channel. Yo, I never met there's only one woman that you see in boxing. You'd be like, I mean, look at that. Oh my God, it's Claressa Shields. Anybody in boxing looking on, let me know if I'm you don't hear that in women. You don't hear the hate. You don't hear they so respectful. You know what I'm saying? And you know why the women are so respectful? Especially to the men, and the men are so respectful. See, the men are so respectful with the women fighters because it's hard for even regular people to understand fighters itself. So they have a camaraderie right there, and the women, they get the respect from the men because most women have to be trained by the men and have to spar with men, you know what I'm saying, just to practice, not to beat up, but they get schooled by it. So there is a camaraderie with the men and the women in the sport of boxing as well. The women are very, very humble in the world of the fight game. You know what I'm saying? You never heard none of these women say, I could beat up men and I could beat that man up and I could beat. There's only one woman that is disrespectful. It's only one woman that's disgusting. My brothers and sisters, I don't like to say it. It took me a long time to even say disgusting. And I didn't want to say the ugly word because I don't even think that, I don't think anybody in this world is ugly. I could say that your character is ugly, your spirituality is ugly, you have a dark heart. I could say that. But for me to say another person, I don't like to say that word. But that inside, the ugly comes out the pores and all that. You know what I'm saying? She sweats out ugliness. But that's just my opinion. You feel me? So when she says she kills somebody, you can only kill somebody with success if they inspired by your success. You can only kill somebody with something if it's valuable. It's almost like nobody steals something that is not valuable, right? Like nobody steals something that you don't want or you can't even sell, right? I never met anybody that says I want to be like Claressa Shields. I never met anybody. I never met any girl. I never met anybody that said I want to be like Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? So how did it go? How does it go from, hold on, give me a second. Because I believe this is when it started. Because think about it. You have a biopic. Claressa Shields has a movie. And a biopic is supposed to get to know this person, inspire and be motivated by this person, the story, right? Why did it flop? And it's supposed to, and let me tell you like this movie, and this is where Papoose, and men have to hold men accountable in this sense. Everybody got to hold each other accountable, but in this sense, I believe that the world, the way that we see it today, I think that men is responsible for how the world is in our society. The toxics, the cesspool, because I always said men have abandoned their precision in this world. Men have abandoned their precision to be the extension of God. That's why there's more women nowadays that don't respect men. In any time of the existence is more time that women don't respect men. But because men have abandoned, what is, ladies and gentlemen, look, and the ladies answer this, and the men in the chat as well. What is the main priority in men? What is the number one priority in men? Like we different, men, women, and stuff like that. But what is a man's pride? What is our man's pride? What is our man's duty? What is our duty? Ladies, tell the men right now, and men in the chat as well. How do you feel like a man? What makes you feel like a man? And a woman, tell that man what do you feel a man should be? What is his priority? Thank you. See how the men right away? You see how the men right away? Protect, provide, lead, secure. The P. You see all those P, protect. Man, if you can't protect your woman and your family, man, you're not a man, bro. You're not a man. You're not a man if you can't protect your woman and your children. You're not a man. You can't protect your lady, bro. Another man was. You see how certain dogs will smell fear. Hey, yo, another man. If you were with another woman and he says that you weak and you won't even protect your woman and stuff like that, man, they could smell the bitch in you, bro. A man with another dude and a woman could smell that shit too. Man, I could take advantage of this dude. This dude ain't shit. But I could take advantage of him, man. He got something that I could take advantage from. This is the reason why the world is the way that it is right now, because men collectively have abandoned their position in the world. And not in the world, but in America, especially in America. Because the men have become bitches now. The men, I'm dead serious. Hey, fellas in the building, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying every man, but I'm talking about collectively. Collectively, women have lost respect for men because men became bitches. Why would another woman respect another man as a bitch? Women only respect righteous men, even in the Bible. Even in the Bible, it says it in words. It says it in scripture. When it says God and man, man over, basically God and man over woman, woman over children, right? But the woman only going to respect the man if he's a righteous man. I don't want a woman naturally follows the man if he's righteous. She don't follow the man if he ain't ish. You understand what I'm saying? Naturally, a woman, they like when a man takes the lead, but a righteous man taking the lead. I don't want my daughter or my female cousins or female aunt or mom to follow an unrighteous man. They're gonna leave him. They're going. That's where society is right now. That's where society is right now. That's why even society in the block is like, yo, what happened to the men? We see a woman get dragged and men will take their phones off and record it. Women don't, men nowadays don't even get up and give the seat to a lady. The only time that a man gives a seat to the lady is to offer her a drink so she could get drunk and then take advantage of her vulnerabilities. Because like I said the other day, the weak men goes after vulnerable women. And the more that I see this, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, I'm all boxing and stuff like that. But Papoose have infiltrated the sport of boxing for signing or help sign Claressa Shields. Now we have to talk about Papoose. So for those that's going to come to Punch Drunk Boxing and be like, oh, why are you talking about Claressa Shields and Papoose? Shut the fuck up. While we talked about Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman. While we talk about Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. While we talk about Rick Magirian when we talking about Oscar De La Hoya and Virgil Ortiz. While we talking about Keith Connolly when it comes to Eddie Hearn. Yeah, while we talk about Bill Haney and Devin Haney. Yeah. The father, the managers, the whatever. Papoose has infiltrated the sport of boxing, so he is good to go on Punch on Boxing for me to critique and praise. And what I've seen is, if this is boxing, and I've created my channel to uplift women boxing and protect the women, let me give my little, let me, Claressa, get out the way, get in my back. Let me protect you for a minute. Claressa Shields, because Papoose ain't doing it. Claressa Shields, your image has taken a hit because Papoose is not protecting you like a man. Your job is, when you sign Claressa Shields, and in the sport of boxing, a great team takes weight off your shoulders, because at the end of the day, this is boxing. Then at the end of the day, you're risking your life in the ring. In the end of the day, this is the sport of boxing, the most dangerous sport in the history of all sports. Anybody that's around boxers, I've been around boxers my whole life. Your job, your circle is to take weight off that shoulder of that boxer, because you're ready, risking his life and her life in that ring. That's a great team in the sport of boxing. If you understand the wife, a great wife to a boxer, Manny Pacquiao's wife. Andre Ward's, check out Andre Ward's new interview with his wife. Shout out to Andre Ward and his wife. That's a wife right there that take weight off his shoulder, because that's it. Going into a training camp is like a soldier going to war and training to go to war. Papoose, hey, yo, come from downstairs. Come downstairs and be a fucking man, you buck pendejo, mi hermano. Because you let this woman crash out every fucking time, bro. You sign her to make her look stupid. I mean, she makes herself look stupid. But damn, my brother, the reason why she look dumb right now is because your situation with Remy Ma got her looking stupid where her movie was coming out, and she's in a position to inspire and motivate others. Your job is to say, yo, woman, man, I mean, you fall in love with me. You know what? It's not a good time right now. I got baggage I need to handle. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this divorce, and then I could get with you so you could look presentable, so you can inspire more young women and young ladies and stuff like that, because you got to be respected in and out the ring, because that's what greatness is done. That's how greatness is titled. Muhammad Ali is not great because what the shit that he did in the ring. Muhammad Ali is great what he did in and out the ring. So you're not a fucking quote. And anybody that comes around here, I'll block your ass saying that she's a GWO. She is not a GWO. She don't have no ingredients to be the GWO. She is not in position to motivate and inspire women around the world. She is not in that position right now. She's too toxic. She don't know how to make decisions. She don't know how to talk. Oh, you a hater? No. You guys are lovers of adultery. That's what you love. You lovers of that. And your job as a man is to protect your girl. If that's your girl, protect her. Is that your project? And even if that's not your girl, if that's your project, protect the image. Hey, yo, Papoose, the more endorsement that she gets, you gain too. But nobody's calling Papoose out. You know why? Because everybody's having all fun and games calling Claressa Shields is out. That shit is fucking easy because she just give us the content. And maybe I know, maybe, hey, Papoose, okay, maybe, because I remember in the Vlad TV interview, you told her, let me handle it. And she's and you basically said, and she went in and still rolled something to 50 cents, so you can't control her. Now, I'm not saying that a woman should be controlled by men, but she doesn't respect you either. But how can she respect you if you walking into a relationship with her not respecting the union that you had? Forget about, that you separated from your wife. If you separated from your wife, get a fucking divorce and that's it. Because there's children involved. And guess what? I'ma hold you accountable just like I want anybody to hold me accountable. My circle, my immediate friends hold me accountable. If I'm doing something that's going to harm me or anything, they will check me. I like that. I love that. Every day I'm still learning. My circle, my friends will check me. Yo, Punch, yo, crazy. Yeah, yo, you wilding on this. Yo, do this, don't do that. Yo, bro, it's not the time for this or whatever. The same thing I do for my boys, bro. Because let me tell you like this. I look at this certain things like if we in the block, right? When men see that you are not there to protect your own girl, you don't show that you really respect your girl, the other dudes in the block don't give a fuck about your girl. They ready to F her, disrespect her, or whatever. Not disrespect her on some physical side, but they don't respect because you don't respect her. That's almost like if you don't respect your own house, how will people that come over respect your house? Right? If your house is all dirty and shit, right? And you eating chips and you throw the chip and then you throw the bag and stuff like that, the next person they're gonna be like, oh shit, pass me the chip. Yeah. They're gonna dirty your house because you don't have respect for your own house. You don't have respect for this lady. And you don't have respect for women boxing. You don't have respect for other women. Because Papoose, as a almost 50-year-old man, you're supposed to channel that and manage that. Nah, we're not gonna go through this, we're not gonna go through that. As a matter of fact, you know what? You getting smoked out here in the internet. You getting smoked out here in the social media platforms. You getting smoked out here, but you know why you getting smoked? Papoose, you know why she's getting smoked? She getting smoked because of your situation. She getting smoked each and every day because of you, my brother. What are you doing to protect that? My man, she's getting smoked daily. Every other hour. And then she's the one that has to come out. You haters and this. And you stay on the cut laughing upstairs. Because that's what you're doing. You watch my videos and you watch other people's videos and you laughing. And then she'd be like, hey, yo, Papoose, what you doing upstairs? And you'd be like, nothing. I'm just writing a new song for you. All right, so it's been such a long time. Remy Ma been dissing me and shit like that. Why can't you give me the fucking lyric? I'm finishing it up. Hold on, I'll go downstairs in a minute. Y'all seen that? You remember the press conference with Franchon Crew de Jean and Claressa Shields, and you see that when they show Papoose and it looked like he wanted to fight with somebody else. My brother, you in the sport of boxing. This is a business. It's not enough for you to act like a fucking boyfriend, you stupid idiot. You're supposed to diffuse stuff. This is a place of business right now. And you, like a goon, yo, motherfucker, fuck you. Do you see Bob Arum doing that? Do you see Eddie Hearn do that? Huh? Do you see Frank Warren do that? Do you see Keith Connolly do that? Do you see Rick do that? Do you see Oscar de la Hoya do that? Huh? Do you see Richard Schaefer do that? What the fuck are you doing? first in one of the damn press conference, you want to rippity rip and rippity rap. Man, pull the plug. Ain't no rippity rip over here, right? Take that whack ass rap shit out of here. Oh, you sure? No, sure. Shut the fuck up. No, that's it. It's time to hold this man accountable, bro. Because my brother, you washed up in your field, but she's not washed up in her field. She's not washed up in, you washed up in your field, but she's not washed up in her field. No, Claressa Shields not washed up in her field. Claressa Shields is young enough to still turn shit around. Her character, her personality. I'm gonna tell you like this. You know why she has the opportunity? Because one thing about America. See, we're talking about America. We're talking about the pros and cons and the toxic of all. There's one good thing about America that I do like though. You know what we love? The comeback story. And I'm not saying that she haven't lost in the ring, but she have lost. Claressa Shields is undefeated in the ring, but outside of the ring, man, she getting knocked out left and right. One thing about America, one of the best-selling pitch in sports is the comeback story. If we could love Mike Tyson, and then though people hate Mike Tyson because the way he went to jail with, Mike Tyson is probably the most loved fighter in the world. But what he went to jail for? How can a man with that still manage to be loved and respected? Not just love, but probably today the most respected fighter in the world. Because you know something about Mike Tyson? Let me tell you like this. Mike Tyson put all his vulnerabilities, his truth on the table all the time. It's almost hate it or love it. I'm free. I did this, I did that, I do this, I'm not perfect, I'm this, I'm an asshole, I treated this, I'm not a great father, blah, blah, blah. So when you put everything out and then you working on yourself at the same time, another human to another human is like, yo, that's like seeing a drug addict, right? And some people see they drug, damn, man. Look at this guy, what he used to be. Nah, looking like a bum, looking drugs, abandoned his kids and stuff, almost like Delonte West. Look at Delonte West. Delonte West is in sober living right now, looking better than he's ever looked in years. And everybody, come on, Delonte West. We praying for you, Delonte West. But in the end of the day, let's be real, let's be honest. We're not thinking about the kids that he left behind, that he abandoned his kids, he abandoned his woman. He abandoned his family. He abandoned everything for his vicio, for his mental, for his drug habits and stuff like that. But look at us. We want Delonte West. Come on, Delonte West. Come on, you can do it. You look better than you ever been. We praying for you. Because in all actuality, we love the comeback story. It's unfortunate. We hype you up to tear you down, to see you get right back up. Kobe Bryant. They do it to a lot of athletes. I think that a lot of the boxing or a lot of content creation is not bad for Claressa Shields. If Claressa Shields really listen and don't put too much emotions into what she hears, but really take it in what people are really saying. If she was very, very smart, Claressa Shields, because she could make moves right now that could really gain the respect of so many people. And for her brand, man, endorsement will be running after her right now. People will be inspired by her. She could have a press release. Look, I'm not in this relationship anymore. There's certain things that he has to work on. And I'm very focused in my career. And I'm not only focused in my career, I'm also focusing on my spirituality, my relationship with God, because she likes to say that she always likes to vouch for God. And we all know that God do not support that type of relationship that she's in. I'm always going to be his friend. If he needs me there, I'll be there. But I cannot be in that situation because that's not the right situation. That's not the plan that I know that God wants from me. And he has blessed me to where I am right now with the help of others. But I cannot be spiritually inclined if I'm still in this position. You know? And people will be like, wow, I gotta really channel what my heart and my mind or my hormones say, blah, blah, blah. You know, put them words together. And a woman that's probably in that situation would be inspired and be like, you know what? I could walk away from this situation. I'm inspired by Claressa Shields. I love this man, but this situation is not right for me. He's not mine, or vice versa. Damn. You know, then women would look at her in a different way, like, yo, I might not like her attitude, but that's some real shit. And then it starts creating. People looking at her from a different light. And then when she does get into a relationship, like she had before, that was highly respected, right? When she was with her fiance before, nobody never said anything about her relationship. Anybody in the chat, when Claressa Shields was with her ex-fiance, did anybody flame her? Was there any disrespect of him or her? That dude used to stay in the cut. I used to go to boxing event and used to see him. That man never tried to be on the spotlight. That man never said a word. There, protecting his lady. Hey, yo, put it this way. Me as a man, bro. Right? When I seen Claressa Shields with that guy, and I've seen Claressa Shields in person with Papoose, I respect Claressa Shields more with that guy than with Papoose. When I think about, if I see them in person, when I think about Claressa Shields and Papoose, I'll be like, man, I'm gonna go to this event. I dare Papoose say something to me because my motherfucker, you don't care about this woman. Get the fuck out of my face if you ever said something to me. Man, yo, I heard your video. My man, shut the fuck up. You don't like this, so shut up. Stop playing the game. Let me do what I do and you do what you do. Eddie said we support it. Shout out to Tony, right? Tony could, and look, put it this way, and Tony could easily disrespect. Tony is in the position right now, and let me tell you like this: when you know that this dude, as of right now, you don't know what may change or whatever, but as of right now, Tony could say anything about Claressa Shields, and it could be true or it could be a lie. And guess what? Everybody will eat it up. He could capitalize on Claressa Shields right now if he wants to. If Tony had a dark heart, not even a dark heart, maybe he want to say his truth about what happened in the relationship. Maybe he was cheated on by her, and maybe she was talking to Papoose while they were still together. Maybe he could say that. Yo, I was engaged. I was engaged with this woman, and what she don't really want to say that she started talking behind my back with another dude, and she was talking to him. And you know what? Everybody will believe it. Everybody will pick his side. Papoose is in a position. Yo, Tony is in anybody. If there's any voice right now around who knows Claressa Shields, if Tony, her ex-fiance, comes out and says something negative or say what was happening, all ears will be on Tony. And 90% of the people will believe in that guy. Nobody was saying, yo, Tony, this guy is crazy for being with Claressa Shields. Yo, Claressa Shields doesn't look all that. Hey, yo, Claressa Shields, your fiance made you look attractive. Not attractive, like, but made you wasn't getting you wasn't getting that type of energy when you was with Tony. You wasn't. When you was with your fiance, they were like, yo, man, she in love. When you post that picture up of y'all buying a house together, yo, they leveling it up. That's a beautiful thing. Then she found love. Man, she found a guy that loves her, and he stay in the cut. He looked like, if you look at him in person, In person. I've been in Madison Square Garden. He looked like a person that was like, I wish somebody would disrespect my fiance. That's how he looked. And when you see that energy, what I said in what I was saying like 20 minutes ago, when you see another man sense that he's there to protect his woman, man, you don't have nothing bad to say. Not even the cousin. There was a genuine connection between the two. Yeah. It looked like a genuine connection between the two. Now, of course, we don't know what goes behind the scenes, but I'm just saying publicly, it was highly respected. It was highly respected. Yo, even when you search, look at this. Oh, let me see if I put it up here. Let me see if I put it up. Let me see. Is it this right here? Let me see. Oh no. What was I gonna say? Look at this. Look when you search. Look what happened when you search this. Brand wise, check this out, folks. Brand wise, has Claressa Shields dating Papoose been beneficial or detrimental? From the brand perspective, Claressa Shields' relationship with rapper Papoose has been a double-edged sword, acting as both highly beneficial for media visibility and deeply detrimental to her corporate appeal. That's what AI thinks about you, Claressa Shields. Huh? The high-profile union has significantly boosted her pop culture relevance, yet it has simultaneously dragged her into chaotic tabloid drama that conflicts with traditional corporate sponsorship. That's how AI think about you. So if I'm a human, this is a robot. That's a robot. AI feels that this is just detrimental to your brand. Corporate appeal. Don't you want to be the highest paid woman fighter? And don't say you are, because you're not. You're not. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor already making $5 to $6 to $7 to $10 million in their fight. One shot. That's AI right there for y'all folks. That's not me. From a brand perspective, Claressa Shields' relationship with rapper Papoose has been a double-edged sword, acting as both highly beneficial for media visibility and deeply detrimental to her corporate appeal. Deeply detrimental. Whose fault is that? Why is deeply detrimental? Hey, yo, put it this way. Yeah, I remember back in the days when Whitney Houston started dating Bobby Brown. But at least both of them were at the highest of their career. You know why they didn't want Whitney Houston with Bobby Brown? Why they didn't want Whitney Houston with Bobby Brown? Even though that was a legit relationship and a marriage and stuff like that. But why? Because they didn't feel like his bad image was good for her good image. Now, again, we don't know what goes behind the scenes, because even Bobby Brown did say that, it was her that introduced me to coke and blah, blah, blah. But the image, it wasn't good for her image. Let me tell you about this. When Usher got married, and look, this is about positive, trying to go positive relationship. Is it bad for, it wasn't good. Look, there's people in music industry that be like, when you have a artist that has the sex appeal, right? Right? Them being in a relationship is not good. When Usher got married, it wasn't good for his brand, because he has to the perception of when women look at you, that you have an opportunity, basically. You understand? Mind F yourself. He could be mine. High, low. Dímelo, todo peso de plátano. With the first super chat of the day. Good looking. Thank you for putting some value into the channel. High, low. De lo mío. God bless. What is Papoose doing? What is Win Records and Papoose doing to elevate her image, to help her image, for people to be like, wow, this is this. Remember, this is women boxing. This is a woman in a male dominant sport. She's in position to be loved and all that. She already get in the traffic, but is it the right traffic? People are not looking at her to see her next fight. People are intrigued with her because it's entertaining of her how she crashes out. A bunch of, I'm be real, there's a lot of people that's paying attention to this Claressa Shields, but they're not here to, I want to see her next fight. I want to see her fight this one and that one. They're not even into that division to be like, yo, Claressa Shields, you should fight this one. No. So it's not about your image going to transition into your fight. It wasn't the type of hate that Floyd Mayweather was getting, and then they want to see Floyd Mayweather in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. See, it transitioned because we want to see Floyd Mayweather in the ring. I don't even think these women that don't respect you want to see you in the ring. They want you away. There's a difference between a villain or somebody that's, a villain in the ring. You know what I'm saying? But they still want to see them in boxing, but they still want to see him in the ring. They want to say, nobody cares about you being in the ring. The people that interview you don't even give a damn about your sport. Melissa with the $20 super chatty parique. A comprar comida china. Just because you keep it 100. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. She said, Win Records Network already had their first fight. Mayor next Shields has a man who loves her, but who she is the man wife cheated. So he left to start a new network. Low views, brokey, chip, tooth. Hey, yo, my chip tooth look better than Claressa Shields on her best day. Hey, yo. Millie, my chip tooth look better than Claressa Shields on her best day. Hey, yo, my chip tooth will get licked by a girl quicker than a man will try to lick Claressa Shields non-titty. Vete de aquí, Millie. Báñate sucia. Get out of here. Fake ass people vouching for a cesspool of a woman. Look out of here. Nah, that's not Claressa Shields. Claressa wouldn't say nothing to me in person. Or as you guys do. Look out of here. Who are you trying to Captain Saver? Oh, tell that dude to get a divorce. Look at me. Let's read this, folks. I like this energy. Hold on. Let's read what Millie said. They said. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's read it together, folks. Let's read this one. Win Records Network already had the first fight. Mayor next Shield has Mayor what? Mayor and what? That first fight, Mayor. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Win Records Network already had their first fight, Mayor next Shield. What is that? What kind of English is that? Has a man who loves her. That's not a man. That man is married, you stupid idiot. Huh? If the man was landed in the hospital right now, guess who the doctor gonna call? His wife to make a decision, you idiot. Then I'm gonna call Claressa. Hey, yo, God forbid, Papoose lands in the hospital right now. He's on life support. Huh? You know what they're going to call to make a decision? His wife, stupid idiot. Now, Claressa, matter of fact, you know what the Claressa, what Remy Ma, even the golden child will say, hey, yo, who's this size stupid bitch? Get the hell out of here. Mama, tell this woman, who is she? The doctor gonna be like, excuse me, who are you? My name is Claressa. I'm the Guo. What are you two, Papoose? I'm her, I'm his woman. So who's this? I'm his wife. Okay, woman, you gotta step out. That's what they're going to tell her. That's what they're going to tell the beast. Get the hell out before they call pest control. Huh? So be man enough to go to the court. Be man enough to go to the court and get a divorce and then get down on one knee and marry that woman. If he's man enough, be man enough, go to the court or go to whoever, right? Because it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. The golden child gonna say, excuse me, doctor, take this Dracula out of the room. My daddy and my mama doesn't want distractions. Oh, man. No, but we the haters. We the haters. What type of hater is that? High, low, dímelo, peso. Mr. Moonshot, the keeper of objectivity in the sport of boxing. Time out. And this is, see, this is what I mean about when people say haters. So we're being a hater. Are we being, yo, Mike from Boston in the building. Yo, Mike, what's good? So we being a hater because we're telling Claressa, yo, tell your boy toy up in the room to finalize that divorce. You know why? Because then it makes your relationship respected. You don't look like you being taken advantage of. You don't look stupid out here in these streets outside of the ring. You don't look dumb. Your situation with Papoose is what got in your image fucked up. Because nobody's inspired by you looking like a clown out here. You looking like a clown. And this is not a man, a woman, because I'm gonna tell you like this. There's other men out there that be like, hey, yo, Punch, shut the fuck out. Who gives a fuck? Probably Papoose will be like, yo, Punch, yo, my man, we stopping my hustle, man. Why you acting up, bro? So what? Fuck it. So I'm taking advantage of this bitch. Fuck up. Let me do my thing, bro. I think that's what Papoose. Yeah, I know Mike from Boston. I know. I was debating with Mike from Boston years ago. Right, Mike? I was debating Mike years ago saying, nah, Mike, nah, Claressa, she was a queen, bro. Mike was like, nah, bro. Mike was like, a queen of what? Yeah. You remember Mike? Mike, I was like, yo, me and Mike years ago. When was this, Mike? 4 years ago? When I'm like, nah, man, nah, she a queen. We got to respect Claressa Shields, man. She's one of the queens of the sport of boxing. He said, queen of what? She's a disgusting woman. Man, Mike was saying this on the panel constantly, bro. And me being the good, trying to be good, trying to be respectful. Right? Come on, man. And the thing is that I got the archives is there. Yo, Mike, I apologize. You was right. 5 years ago, right, Mike? Me, Mike, Rick Glazier, Rap Star, we had a debate about this. And everybody in the chat was against me. And I was like against everybody on the panel and everybody on the chat. And I'm like, yo, but Claressa Shields a queen. No, we're going to respect Claressa Shields. Now, everybody is saying, yo, well, we've been telling you, Punch. We told you. See, but see, my people's looking out for me. See, Mike, hey, this is an indication. See, Mike from Boston was looking out for me. You were like, yo, Punch, I'm telling you, this is not the woman you think she is. Nah, she's not like this. She's toxic. She's disgusting. She's this and that. Mike was telling me. And I'm like, no, come on. We have a responsibility as men in the sport of boxing. This is a gentleman's sport. We got to be there for all the women. All the women. There's no need to. All the women, all hands on deck. Remember, all hands on deck. People used to be like, yo, Punch, why you keep talking about that woman? Why you keep praising that woman? But Claressa Shields wasn't around to say, oh, Punch, thank you. No, as soon as I say, that Amanda Serrano is the most entertaining fighter of the women, Cap, that's when people want to interact. But when I'm praising this woman and calling why she didn't come to Punch Drunk Boxing that time, I said, hey, Punch, thank you for calling me a queen. Thank you for standing up for me while my brother knocked out the old man in that press conference where they postponed the fight. And me, the dummy out here, was like, no, but it wasn't Claressa Shields' fault. You got to put that responsibility in her family member that knocked out the elderly man. And they was looking at me like, yo, you don't even have a heart for elderly people, because I was giving Claressa Shields the benefit of the doubt, because people was acting like it was Claressa Shields that beat up the old dude, but she could have easily diffused that. And then she gave the not backhand compliment, what you call it, like she was trying to say like, oh, it was wrong, but basically that man should have never opened up his mouth, basically. High low, D-Mello, Mr. Moonshine, the stand-up boxing comedy. Look at now. Ain't no phony right here. No phony right here. Getting mad. But it's again, we go on that Claressa Shields. No. We got to hold this man accountable. You know why we got to hold this man accountable? Because we know that he got her right here. And he's controlling her emotions. But he's not protecting it. Why you think everybody is saying that once he pulled the plug and once he dumps her, that she's going to be on suicide watch? Because we see the vulnerabilities that we always seen that she was vulnerable. We always seen that. But this dude don't even protect it. And I don't want to hear people say, oh, this is just the internet, social media. The internet is the real life now. Social media is the real life. I'm not getting on this. I'm not holding him accountable because he's not a good father. I don't know. That's none of my business, but I'm not saying that. I'm not holding Papoose accountable because I believe he's a bad guy, a bad rapper, a bad if he was a good or bad husband with Remy, or a father and stuff like that, his kids probably love him, and that's a great thing. Fatherhood is prominent. Fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing, especially. I respect all of that. I respect the Papoose before all this Claressa Shields and all that stuff. Really was his reputation was more like a stand-up guy. A stand-up guy. His reputation was good. His reputation wasn't, women respected him in hip-hop culture the way that he stood by Remy Ma while she was incarcerated and stuff like that. So he was getting respected. Keep that same momentum, my brother. What is it that maybe your heart was broken so much that you said to yourself, man, fuck women. All right, man, I feel like I got used and I'm going to use her. And you take the most vulnerable woman in boxing. This woman got a tattoo. This woman talking about having a baby. She just signed a quote unquote $8 million deal, but she gonna have a baby. You gonna give her a baby too? You're not gonna give her a baby. Even your partners that win records gonna be like, yo, my man, tell her to calm down with that baby shit. When you saw all that money that we invested, we gave her a $3 million bonus. You think that it ain't no? She don't even have an opponent that we could really capitalize off this shit. High Plus, you said, yo, we were saying how foul that beating of the old man was. You had the heart to give her the benefit of the doubt. Where was she then? Facts. Where was she then? Because she used to be on social media. She never came around Punch Run Boxing and said, yo, good looking out, Punch. Thank you. I know, man, the world was, the media was crashing on me. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. You was one of the few. As a matter of fact, you was the only one. I was the only one. I was the only one in YouTube in boxing channel, because a lot of people didn't give a damn about the incident because they don't follow women boxing like that. She ain't came around and said, yo, Punch, you a real one. No. She comes around, she opens when you're giving credit to others. That was our first encounter. Our first encounter was not me criticizing Claressa Shields. Our first encounter was me praising Amanda Serrano. That was our first encounter. That's when she came to my account, my Twitter account, and said cap. On my tweet, I'm not tweeting directly at her. I'm just tweeting. Oh, she found my tweet and said cap. Oh, but I'm entertaining too, and I got a good resume. I never said I never said nothing like that. Our first encounter was not me even discrediting or disrespecting Claressa Shields. I was praising Amanda Serrano. And within and the back and forth that we had, I was still praising her. I just said that Amanda Serrano, arguably, to me, in my opinion, 7-division world champion, undisputed, and she's the face. She's the face, and she's the most entertaining fighter right now in women boxing. And basically, and I didn't even say this, but I'm saying this because Claressa Shields doesn't have no knockouts. Claressa Shields, anybody show me the highlight reel of Claressa Shields? Can anybody tell me in the chat, what is your memorable highlight reel of Claressa Shields? I'll give you out a minute. What is the highlight reel? I'm talking about like, even it don't even have to be a knockout. Yo, the whole fight with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor was a whole highlight reel. The first fight, oh shit, she got a buzz down. She got Katie Taylor buzz down, and Katie Taylor trying to survive. Oh, Alicia Baum going to knock down Kerry Harper standing up. What's the highlight reel? Estrada knocks out the girl, 17 seconds or something like that, 37 seconds. What is Claressa Shields' highlight reel? This is Claressa Shields' viral highlight reel. I'm going to show you right here. This is the most memorable clip of Claressa Shields' boxing career. I'm going to show you right here. And let me know if I'm lying. Y'all could correct me. I like to be corrected. This is Claressa Shields' most viral highlight reel of her boxing career.
Yeah. Oh.
Am I lying? Give me a second.
Yeah. Oh.
But she can't. But she can be triple G. Anybody could show me any highlight reel that, or it was Claressa Shields getting stopped in MMA. What's a highlight reel? Why and why was that a real highlight reel? I'll tell you this: if Claressa Shields was liked, that would not be a highlight reel. As a matter of fact, if Claressa Shields was liked, people will be looking at him saying, "Yo, my man, damn, yo, that's a woman, bro. Who you was trying to impress?" People would look at him the wrong way. And he's not wrong. It's sparring and things happen, right? Because he didn't even try hard. He just had a left hook right there. Boom. She ran into the left hook. She ran into the left hook, right? But if she was liked, if we saw that same clip and it's Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano, how would you think about Amanda Serrano and the dude? You'd be like, Diablo, damn, my brother, shit, man. You damn, take it easy. This is sparring, right? But because she's not liked and because people don't like her character, people was happy to see that. People was happy to see that. Aha, you said you could beat man. Toma ahí, estúpida. Uh-huh. You should have hit it with the right and the left and the uppercut too. You know what I'm saying? You could tell in the gym. You could tell even because if that would have happened, people would have ran into the ring and say, "Oh, you all right? You all right?" Nobody even ran to the ring to pick her up or nothing like that to see if she's all right. Not even the men around the gym. Even how much you want to bet everybody in that gym was like, "Ha, that's good. Leave on the fucking floor." Am I lying? If that was another woman, they'd be like, "Oh shit, yo, let's up, yo, you all right?" They give us some, yo, damn, they pick, man. If it was Claressa Shields, everybody in the gym was like, "Look, haha, leave her there." Her highlight is that picture with the gold. She looking like James Brown. She left the chat. She was in the chat. Where's she at? No, she not here. Dímelo, high-low. Mr. Moonshine, el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Good looking now. That was Clarence. Which one? What? Which one? Don't tell me that you got no. Don't tell me that she got $8 million and she's looking at Punch Drunk Boxing. She can't be. She got $8 million. Let me tell you like this, yo. You know when I don't even. You know why? Even if you get your income tax returns, people is happy when you get money, right? When you get like a lump sum of money, man, you at your happiest moment. You don't even entertain hate. You don't entertain nobody disliking you. You don't entertain. That's your moment of even if you get an income tax return, even if you get a lump sum of money or something like that, the last thing you're thinking about is some hater or what you deem as a hater or somebody criticizing you on social media. Matter of fact, you sometimes disappear. You go on vacation. You know what she did? She got the $8 million deal and she rents a Punch Drunk Boxing and said, "I'm going to sue you." Because I say, yes, an $8 million deal. You just said in the interview that y'all just threw a number out there. That one writing in caps was her. Who else would even defend? Oh, yeah. Same Michaela. What's it say? Mayer and her? Michaela Mayer going to be fighting Chantel Cameron. And hopefully, hey, yo, put it this way. Hopefully, Michaela Mayer gets the opportunity to fight. Why not? You got to come down all the way to 160 pounds anyway. You gotta come to Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer ain't going to you. And is it gonna be on the zone? Because Michaela Mayer is with MVP. They just locked in an ESPN deal. What you think? Now they're gonna send Michaela Mayer to Claressa Shields to the zone? It's not gonna happen. That you gotta give 20% to MVP. For those that don't know, if you are in contract with a promotional company and they got a network contract and you go outside of that network to fight, okay, they'll let you fight, but they're gonna get 20%. So that means, let's say if Michaela Mayer fights Claressa Shields, then I mean they're not gonna be fighting for no belt at 160, right? So she would have to pay an extra 20% to a promotional company to go to the zone, to another network, and fight under that umbrella. So it would have to be that Win Records and Salida Promotion be like, you know what? There's more people on ESPN. There's more people that's going to be watching this fight. It's more accessible. It's easier for people to watch this fight because more people already are subscribed and watch ESPN. Let's bring Claressa Shields to Michaela Mayer. People know Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer on ESPN, been with Top Rank, so she's been showcased on ESPN for the most part. So that would be that would be a no-brainer right there. But that will have to be Salida Promotion, and I think that could happen anyway. I think that could happen because the Salida Promotion has an exclusive contract with the Zone. No, they probably got a fight-by-fight deal. I'm not sure about their promotional deal with the Zone. I think they got probably something like Golden Boy Promotions have with the Zone, you know. So I think it's easier for Claressa Shields because it could still be promoted alongside with Win Records. But I'm just saying, why would MVP even? The Win Records hustle is got to be with Salida Promotion. You know what I'm saying? So how would Win Records fit in the MVP and Salida Promotion? Why would there's sometimes you don't got to add new people? I don't know how. I still really want to know how Win Records get money out of get money from Claressa Shields. That's the big question. That's the big question because ain't nobody getting into business just to give up money. People go into business to make money. So Salida Promotion going to have to make his money as well. Win Records going to have to make his money as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said a while ago, Claressa Shields need the Michaela Mayers, the Alicia Baumgartner, even the Shadeja Green. She needs them more than they need her at the time. Now, of course, Shadeja Green, if she get the opportunity because she lost to Lanny Daniels, of course, to get back into that position or whatever. Maybe she's still in position. But what I'm saying is that Claressa Shields now has to make the sacrifice. See, because if she was the A side, then Claressa Shields would just stay at heavyweight and she'd be like, oh, yeah, motherfuckers have to come to heavyweight. If y'all want the grow, you're not the money-making machine. Why you think Alicia Baumgartner called Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano out? Why does Tiara Brown want that big money? Why? Why is even Ellie Scottney says that she's moving up and hopefully she gets an opportunity to face Amanda Serrano because she's Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. That's the money. She said, why you was walking so fast when you see her head down? She was in the interview. No, she was not in the interview. And I was with Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Papoose Wright was next to me with Jay Prince. Huh? If you seen me and you said that, hey, put it this way. How about this? If you seen me and if she seen me and she said that she will sue me or give me a cease and desist letter, that was an opportunity right there to give it to me. I'm a content creator. Huh? Why you ain't give me the cease and desist letter right there? Why you ain't give me the paper to sue me right there? That could have gone easily viral. Yo, I told this motherfucker I'm gonna sue him. He said this. You know why? Because then you're gonna have to quit. Then you're gonna have to answer my question. What that $8 million come about? Papoose or Jay Prince? I was standing next. It was right there. Teofimo Lopez Sr. I was a Teofimo Lopez Sr. I even was a Keyshawn Davis. Then in that section, I was right there with Papoose. So why you ain't going next to your man? Hey, yo, put it this way. That day, this woman was Papoose was not even next to Claressa Shields. He didn't even want to be with Claressa Shields because her hair wasn't done, her attire was all cooked up and stuff like that. That's why he didn't want to walk around with that. You're like, nah. Right now is not the time for me to go at Punch because I don't look what I deem is my pretty self. I don't have my wig on. I don't have nothing on. I'm looking cooked out here. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. They can run off. I was probably the last one that left the building. What are you talking about? They can run off. Run off from who? Run off from who? The only thing that could make me run off is because I was smelling something funky around there in Madison Square Garden, and probably it was you. Hey, did somebody drop a stink bomb or something like that? They said that gotta be her. Yeah. Just come at, hey yo, that's you. Just be like, yo, Punch, send me the damn fucking link and let's chop this up in front of everybody. Instead of thinking coming with the little fake shit like you did to the other podcast and try to disguise yourself. Just say, yo, this is who I am. This is Claressa Shields, the Guo. That's it. Just say it. The fuck out of here. Like, for real. You and your little cap. Just say, yo, Punch, send me the damn fucking link and that's it. Let's chop this shit up. The video I saw. They kept running. I was smiling. I said, mira esta tigra. Look at her. I want to have that interview. I'm gonna have a baby this year. I'm gonna have a baby. No, nobody want to have a baby. You crazy? Hey, yo, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Go to the doctor. Allegedly, Papoose got a vasectomy, and he didn't tell you. How much you want to bet? How many times you think he came inside of you? And you like, damn, man, I still haven't got pregnant. Shit. You think he want to have a kid? At this point of his life? No, especially from you. Come on. Hey, yo, but listen, if Claressa Shields, you're looking on, listen to Punch. The same guy that used to vouch for you. Listen to me now. Don't get hurt with the jokey joke. Listen to your boy. Listen to me. Listen to me, Claressa. Tell your boy. Tell the gigolo, yo, my man, get situated. Get a divorce so you won't look stupid out here. That's all. That's all we saying. You won't look stupid out here. Tone a little bit down. Turn that little cesspool toxic personality down. You know? Be likable a little bit. You know, you keep the same edgy, confident. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to go to war with these girls. You still got to talk your ish. We support that. It's the comeback world, baby. But you're going to see. It's gonna look good. Have a press release. Say that, you know what? That you want to be spiritually inclined with God. You know God's will. You know what it says in the Bible about adultery and stuff like that. But he's separated. That man is not divorced. All right? Claressa, I don't want you to look stupid. That unfortunate something, God forbid, something could happen to him. He could be in a situation that he's in the hospital. We don't know what could happen. And they're going to call his wife to make decisions. And that's when you're going to know who you really are. You're going to be a stupid bitch with a tattoo of Papoose. And they're gonna kick you out the room. But look, I'm his girlfriend. I have his name here on my teddy. Can you step out, please? Step out, please. And when Remy Ma comes, I say, hey, I'm his wife. I don't know who's this horse and stuff like that. her, and then they're gonna call. I'm telling you, I'm letting you know right now. But don't take it from me. She see it as hate. She see it as hate because you blind. Your love is blind, and it could take over your mind. And so you think it's love, but it's truly enough. You gotta elevate and find. We trying to make you elevate, but you don't want to elevate. Oh, get that right. You don't want to elevate. Hey yo, a lot of people, a lot of us been there, man. Women, men, we've been to that when the love make you see other things, you know, the lust, the love, the whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The love can manipulate a lot of things. Hey, yo, there's a lot of women out there. I said, there's a lot of women out there that they with a man that's locked up for like 10, 15 years. And the man is telling them from inside, don't want to be baby. When I come out, everything gonna be good. Says she can't ignore anyone who comes after. Even if she has a PR person, she isn't willing to listen to anyone who doesn't approve of her behavior. Let her. I'm going to do my job. At least I'm going to go on record. And I said this, and I said that, I said this. And what happens? 9 out of 10 times? That when the person was being real and was telling her the truth, and then shit hits the fan, then she going to know, like, yo, you would. Sometimes you go back to that person that was being real with you, but you wasn't, you didn't understand. You thought that it was criticism, they was on you or whatever, and then you'd be like, yo, you was there, you did say this and you did say that. Good looking out with a $10 super chat. Good looking out. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that. Where's the comment? Where's the cat? Where's the comment? Where's the cat? You was walking for the knockout in the 3rd round. Was crazy. Is the new Floyd female put in the museum today? She risked. Stop hating. Mind your business. Let Remy suffer. She cheated because she said you was walking to fuck out of here knockout in 3rd round. Was crazy. I don't know. The crazy is the new Floyd female. Don't compare no damn Floyd Mayweather to Flavor with a wig. Usted está loca, eh? Are you crazy? Huh? Don't compare that legacy. Damn, hey, let me tell you about the museum. Hold on. I'll give you, look what she said right here. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got you right here. Give me a second. So you can see what's gonna happen to your little belt, the WBO belt, courtesy from you. Courtesy from Claressa Shields. Let me tell you what they're going to do to it. Hold on. This is what they're going to do to it. Read along. I'm from New York. I've been going to the museum my whole life. I know how things work in the museum. I used to work across the street from the museum. That's what's going to happen. This is going to happen. As a matter of fact, it's going to probably even be earlier. Read on, folks. I used to work across the street from the museum. I know that museum like the back of my hand. Let's read along. Hold on. The new special exhibition for the win Objects of Sports Excellence, often reference to regarding the art of winning through materials and achievements, is scheduled to run through early 2027 at the American Museum of Natural History, New York, May 15th. These are the owners, and these are, open 15th. This exhibit features over 70. It's temporarily, okay? You know what they're going to do? Maybe after the World Cup, they're going to take that stuff out, and they're going to tell you, here's your belt back. Get the hell out of here. Hey, yo, Claressa, they're going to say, here's your belt back. Now we're going to do another exhibit. It's going to have to be doing something with somebody, with something else. They're going to tell, take your belt, get the hell out of here. Hey, yo, she's promoting like she's going to be permanently in that museum. Look, it's good that they get the wins. It's good that they have the little exhibit. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Create awareness and acknowledgement. It's good acknowledgement. The first 3 division undisputed world champion, but that's temporarily, mija. That is temporarily. It's not permanent. You're gonna be gone in several months. I just want you to know, because I don't want you to bring a whole lot of people like several months later and then say, you know, I'm in the museum, and then you come to find out that you're not even there. That's gonna be embarrassing. So chill out. You see how what's his name? Kevin Durant and the other athletes, they don't talk about it. They don't want to talk. You know why? Because that's an exhibit. It's stupid. That's not permanent. Let me see. Let's go to social media. Let's see what Kevin Durant said. Why? Because Kevin Durant is in the list too. Let's see if we see Kevin Durant. Hold on. Let's see if we see Kevin Durant. Let's go to Kevin Durant social media to see if he's praising himself. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if Kevin Durant is gassed up. Let me see. Maybe Kevin Durant's not even, so he don't even care. He's not posting nothing about this. Oh man. Ay. Yeah. But look, it's a good thing showcasing the W. Shout out to the WBO. Shout out to the WBO. Shout out to Claressa Shields loaning the belt. Shout out to Claressa Shields for loaning the belt. Many men. 3 days later, after it was announced, she no. Hey, yo, Jordan, you know what the funny thing? No, you know. I'm gonna tell you the funny thing. This what happened. She went to the museum. She went with Salida Promotion with the same dress that she had with Papoose in Mother's Day. Diablo, man. Diablo, $8 million. But this is what it is. She went with the same dress. Probably didn't shower. I don't know. Probably she didn't wash it. She didn't, and you know that the cleaners take a while for her to come back. So she didn't put it in. She didn't wash it, because you know, if she washed it, you know, when you wash something black, it would have came out a little bit ashier, right? It would have came like dark gray. But anyway, because she's in the hotel. She's in the hotel too. We saw her in the hotel because Papoose looked like she won't invite her to the house. At least I want to see that Claressa Shields upstairs in Papoose's house, but we never see a picture of Papoose's house and Claressa Shields in it. Papoose got Claressa Shields outside of the house like a damn dog, worse than the dog. He treats Claressa worse than the dog. At least the dog could come in and out and stuff. And matter of fact, I think that he made that. You see, remember back in the days of the door, and they cut a square in the bottom so the dog could come in and out the house. That's the way that he got Claressa. He said, "Yo, Claressa, you could come through that little hole in and out when you want, but you cannot go upstairs." I want to see a picture of Papoose's house and Claressa is upstairs in Papoose's house. I want to see Papoose doing the live and say, "I'm going upstairs." I want to see people ask Papoose, "Yo, is she upstairs?" Porque es un hombre de verdad, you mito. That's a man right there. Hey, yo, wait a lady. Yeah, she upstairs. She's still, I got her upstairs. Yeah, I still got upstairs. Yeah, she still, you know what I'm saying? She a little swollen up there. You know, I got her sleeping. Es un hombre. No, she's the one that's saying that he's upstairs all the time. Hey, yo, and ladies, hey, yo, the ladies can vouch for it. A successful man is never home, bro. A successful man ain't never home, bro. Even if you, an average Joe, a hard-working average Joe is basically never home. Because he work hard. He works too much. The only time he's upstairs is sleeping. This man be upstairs awake. when she go live and she goes, "Oh, I'm live. Don't worry, I'm not gonna show your face." And he's laughing. What happened? You live? What are you doing upstairs? What are you doing upstairs? Oh my god. Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like he make her look bad. He make her look bad character-wise, and she makes him look like he's like if he's about nothing. Like she validates what Remy Ma said about the dude in that live. Huh? Huh? Right? Yo, he said, you be on 125th every boo. Come on, man. Boo. What's 125th? 125th in the Apollo? Dime. Come on, man. Hey, yo, look, when you gotta be better. You gotta give me a better joke than that. You gotta give me a better joke than that because I love my chip tooth. You don't think I would have fixed the chip tooth a long time ago if I didn't love it? I love it, huh? I love it when I bite some titties and say, "Oh my God, it's so sharp." Yo. All right, boom. Punch, Papoose. Oh, wait, yo, Papoose living the sprint. Yo, that man is upstairs, bro. What man is upstairs? Not even an average. Yo, you tell an average, you tell a woman and got a man that works hard, a average Joe guy, and you be like, yo, your husband, he's at work. Oh, he's at work, he's at the house, he's doing this, he's doing that. A successful man is never home, and the only time when a successful man is home is to sleep. It's to sleep and eat and relax. Relax for a little while. A little while. Por ese tigre siempre está upstairs. Love my kids with the $5 super chat. No more class field trips to the fictional, non-factual museum. No more field trips, right? No, we're going to go to the... a matter of fact, I'm going to the museum tomorrow. Huh? I'm going to the museum tomorrow. Good looking out, love my kids. Hope everything good. We're going to the museum tomorrow to take some pictures. But anyway, she went. This what happened, folks. She went to the museum, right? She went to the museum. She went with Salida Promotion. The only one that cared was her. The other people didn't care because it's an exhibit, right? She went to the museum, right? And then she went online and she saw that 80% of the people were smoking her because she had the same dress. And she decided to go get dressed and take some new pictures with different clothes on. That's what happened. Because who goes to the museum twice? Ladies and gentlemen, who you know go to the museum today and then tomorrow? Hey, yo, let's be real. Anybody in the chat, who goes to a museum consecutive days? Who? To the same museum? I never met in my life. Yo, when you go to the museum, you go to the museum 1 year, and maybe the next 3-4 years, you go to that same museum. Or if you got kids, you go to the museum, and then you go to the museum. You take a kid. You may go twice a year only if you take your own kid, or you as a parent go on a field trip with your kids and the class, and you may go to the museum twice in that year. Who goes to the museum today and then tomorrow go to the museum? Nobody, bro. Nobody. Never met in my life. She went to the museum consecutive days because she saw on social media she was getting cooked because she had the same dress, and she went to the museum the next day for a photo op. Let me know if I'm lying. Okay, hey, yo, I got IQ. We smart people out here in Punch Run Boxing. We're not stupid, Claressa Shields. You was getting cooked because you had the same dress that you had on Mother's Day when you was uninvited to Papoose's mother celebration for the reggae concert that you know nothing about. You couldn't even sing along. Huh? You was too young to go to that party, to that concert. That's what it was. And she said, oh man, they're cooking me with the same dress. Let me go. Let me take a shower. Let me go tomorrow and let me get another photo op. And that's what happened. Let me know if I'm lying. Poetry in motion. With the $2 super chat. Speak the truth. Speak that truth. You know it. I ain't lying. Let me know if anybody in the chat be like, nah, Punch, I wasn't to the museum and then I went the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I go today, go tomorrow. And that museum, ladies and gentlemen, that museum is free. That museum is free. The Natural History Museum in New York City, 81st Street, in Central Park West, is free to the public. Not even a bum goes there twice to drink water out the water fountain, bro. Not even a homeless man will walk, and it's free. A homeless person could just walk into the museum. It's free, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, not even you wouldn't even go to the museum because the Natural History Museum got the best AC. Let me say it like this: the air conditioner over there, man, it looked like you in a summer day. Or to go into the museum, oh my God, that AC is one of the best. If anybody been to that museum, the AC is one of the best in the summer. You wouldn't even go twice to cool off. That chicken with all the, let me tell you like this, with all the money and the makeup, she's still gonna feel insecure. Still insecure. How you get more money and get more mad? How you get more money but get more angry? That's not God. No. The closer you get to God, the more you at peace. The more you get closer to God, the more you happy. The more you get closer to God, you more humble. The more you get closer to God, you just gracious and you just love everybody else and you want to help everybody. You're not ashamed of you know, saying that this person is great and this person is good and stuff like that. People see God through you. When people believe in God, sometimes it's hard for people to just believe in God because there's a lot of people, there's people out there that they wasn't raised with knowing who God is in your household. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not lucky enough to have that spiritual grandma in the house that believe in God, and then you grow up believing in God. And sometimes you may, you know, get off track, but you always have that center, that God that, you know, when it's time to come back around and start living in you know, a respectable, righteous, spiritual way, you know that you go back to the center, right? But why does it look like that the more money that Claressa Shields supposedly get, she get more mad and angry? Look, what's that last tweet? I think I seen a message out there. She says something about snakes and people. Why everybody is a snake and a liar, but you not? That means that you're only your family members, the people around you, people in boxing. Because I know people in boxing that don't like this woman at all. They don't like her attitude. They don't want her. They don't want her around. They don't want her around. How does everybody? Why do more people feel like this? No. If you look at Manny Pacquiao, most of the people think that he's a good guy and they love Manny Pacquiao. Same thing with Andre Ward. More people, they enough people around you. When your own family is outing you, you have a problem. You have a problem. When your own family is outing you, no, you have a problem. You have a problem. You rather spend Mother's Day with Remy Ma's mother-in-law than your own mother. You rather spend Mother's Day with Remy Ma's mother-in-law than your own mom. Why you ain't take your mother to the reggae concert, something that your mother like, and get and take her to a concert and celebrate with her? No, because she was scared. She was scared that Papoose was going to spend Mother's Day with the female of his family, the sisters and the mom, and he was going to celebrate his wedding anniversary with Remy Ma, just like he was celebrating Christmas weekend with his wife this past Christmas. Estamos no me hablando mentira. We lying? Why you didn't take, huh? He said, "Me cheat." Look, this no. This is not Claressa shit. You know why? You know why? Because he said, "Bitch, Detroit, my city." Detroit. Maybe tú le estás dando la mamada the mayor. the mayor. Oh man, you more toxic than Flint water. We don't know who intoxicated who. The Flint water or Claressa Shields fucked up the Flint water. Either the Flint water fucked her up or she fucked up the Flint water. That was what I said. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta say it. Hey man. Yo, this shit was planned. Diablo, $8 million. Y'all saw a concert in the Barclays Center. Yo, in the Barclays Center is one of the cheapest seats. And you're going to be all the way up there too? Yo, I know Papoose was like, yo, ma, this chick came. Who? Remy Ma's coming. No, Claressa. You know she wasn't even invited. Exactly. Detroit don't claim her. Because Detroit, she'll say Flint. Detroit don't claim her. Come on now. But it's all right. We're here to help her. We're here to help her. But as much as we're trying to focus more on Claressa, we got to focus on why her image is taking a hit. Her image is taking a hit because Papoose is not standing up like a man to protect her. If you're going to play around like you're you're her man, okay. If you are the one that's going to manage her, win records and all that, if you're going to be that, it's your job to protect her image so everybody can maximize their investment. Because what is Win Records? When you look at Win Records and they sign up, they're almost like a talent agency. They care about the talent. And by caring about the talent, you care about the image. That is part of the company. That is part of, just like when you sign a artist, right? The company will get you to photo shoots. They care about your image, whatever image they want you to portray, to sell. Whether for music or for music, oh, he could be a gangster. Let's portray him as a gangster. Let's portray him in like he's a gangbanger and stuff like that. Or portray him as he's a good guy, or create this sex symbol around him, sex image so it could sell. You know what I'm saying? You think this is the image that they want to sell? That's not the image. That is not the image that they want to sell. All right, y'all doing a better job in fixing her up. Put some more makeup. Good quality weaves and wigs. All right. But it's not bettering. It was supposed to better all the looks and the character. Wow. Okay. Let's now capitalize on investment. Are they capitalizing on their investment? You can't. You can't. But see, that's Papoose's job. That's Papoose's job. Papoose's job is to yank-a-ding. Shut up. Stay upstairs, be quiet, just look good in the ring and stuff. We're gonna have a team and we're gonna repackage you. We're gonna repackage you. You know, even his pipe game is not good because you can't keep that woman. Because let me say it like this: when your pipe game is good, When your pipe game is good. And ladies, there's gonna be some ladies out there that are gonna be like, no. But when you are a good guy and you good also, when you tell that woman, hey, woman, let me handle it, be quiet. Yes, I will. Mi papi chulo. Mira. That woman listens. When he sent the Black TV, I said, let me handle it. And she still wrote to 50 Cent. My brother, tú no estás haciendo nada. Tú eres un pendejo. My brother, you nothing. You're Benao. My friend Benao. No, let me know if I'm lying. Let me know if I'm lying, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if I'm lying. Let me know if I'm lying. Let me know if I'm lying. Huh? I know that some girls are gonna be like, no, that's not what it takes. I want to say shit. I say shit. I said, when you a righteous man, you protect, you provide, and you provide with the and you tell that woman, yo, let me handle it. I'm gonna handle this. I'm gonna handle this dude. Don't worry, baby. Just that woman be like, yes, he's the king. I'm gonna listen to him. He provides, he protects. What was it, like the 3 P's? Protect, provide, penis, something like that. You do all that shit good. Love my kids, Claressa. Pop lied to you. The Staten Island Ferry is not Pap's yacht. Hey, there's a stop in Brownsville. Won't make it a flip. He's the type, right? She's so in love that he'll probably be like, yo, this is my boat. It is. Oh my God, they pick us all up. And you so much, you care about people. You be picking everybody else up and you give them a ride. This shit is alright, dog. This shit is alright, dog. You feel me? Like, damn, shit is alright. I see, oh my God, I see the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, man. Apologize to the public because we blame you for all this nonsense we dealing with. Just tell her you want. Thank you. That's all, my brother. That's all. She already signed the contract, bro. She signed the contract, whether she like it or not. That's it. You got her. Papoose just let her down easy. Apologize to the public because we blame you for all this nonsense we dealing with. Just tell her you want a working relationship only and go back to your gambling table. Yo, my brother. See, like I said, men got to hold men accountable. Yo, my brother. Tell yo that you want to work a relationship, that this situation, right, where you still have this situation with your wife is not making her look good. It's damaging her public image. You got to tell her, yo, baby, we are not capitalizing. You know what I'm saying? Are you good with the $3 million bonus? You happy, right? You keep on saying, right? I did that for you, right? Right? But we have to, you know what I'm saying, capitalize on these investments. And we cannot do this if we end this. And to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I got to work on myself. I got to work on my situation. I have not finalized my situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so busy upstairs, you know, that I haven't come downstairs and truly handle what I need to handle. And like you heard what he said in the Black TV, like, hell no, I got my own place. She got her own place. He don't want you. So my brother, I know it's hard. I think that when you know what? I think he tried and she had a tantrum that he couldn't handle. He thought that he could handle Remy Ma, right? But this was a whole nother level. See, Remy Ma, she may have an attitude, she may have a dominant attitude because she had to come up in the rap game with a lot of these men. So whole wordplay, and you could tell Remy Ma when she gets into the talking, like you could tell, yo, you know what I'm saying? She thorough like that. We know she thorough like that. And but her line of work with a male in a male dominant hip hop world, she has to handle herself, right? Claressa is almost the same, that she in a male dominant world, right? But she was insecure. See, Remy Ma's not insecure. She's insecure about how she look and all this stuff, right? So she's more vulnerable emotionally wise than a Remy Ma. Remy Ma was vulnerable probably physically wise because she was locked up. And when you locked up, and you got a man that's gonna stand by you, that's abnormal. Let's be real, let's be honest. It's abnormal. We don't hear a man staying with his woman while his woman have a bid. You know, that's a whole different type of that's really the first time we heard that shit like mainstream, right? That's why people's like, oh, yo, Papoose, man, cool, yo, he's any woman, yo, he'll ride or die. Maybe that these women have a how you say it, like a strong maybe they have the masculine energy and he has the feminine energy, right? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? He's the one upstairs, he's the one that stay in the cut. When he's with Remy Ma, he's the one that's writing letters. Even Remy Ma was telling, didn't Remy Ma say in one of the podcast interviews that she had, she said, I was telling him not to visit me every day. And he used to go visit her every day. Like, like I mean, that's all good, but damn, my brother, like, damn, like she even said it like, yo, I had to tell him to stop visiting me every day. Like if a person in jail says stop visiting me every day, that means that, yo, my man, you too much. Come on now. Come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he got that little feminine. Maybe he's insecure himself. But we have to say that Claressa Shields' character flaws, her image has really taken a hit and is really the butt of everybody's joke because of you, my brother. Because of you, Papoose. Because of you, Papoose. Because of you and your situation is the reason she crashes out. The reason she has to answer the 50 and all this stuff is because of you. The reason why the divorce stuff highlights everything is because of you. Your baggage have messed up this woman. And you can't be man enough and be like, you know what? Let me just have a business relationship. I'm messing this chick up. And no le importa. Ese tigre un sucio. Huh? That dude don't care, bro. Pat me or niece is gambling. If it does whatever gambling, all I'm saying is it will be a better situation for both. Because put it this way, if he keeps a working relationship with Claressa Shields and Claressa Shields is still dominant and is still winning, right? They all winning. Oh shit. If Papoose would have kept this as a working relationship, Papoose would look like he could become a major player in boxing. Because if he just would have kept it, if Papoose would have kept it a working relationship, people in boxing would have been like, yo, you managed to sign Claressa Shields, but you managed to sign her because the way that you did business, the way that the wordplay, the money that it was on the table, people would have respected you as a businessman. But the thing is, we see that she only signed to you because it was fucking her. So you still don't get the business respect in the sport of boxing because she just signed to you because you gave her how Bernie Mac said on Def Comedy Jam, the dick. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like, yo, this it could be a major player. And then put it this way. What did Alicia Baumgartner say? What did Alicia Baumgartner say in that interview with Ariel? That Claressa Shields said that Win Records was trying to give you a deal that you would have signed Win Records. And what she said, why she said, why you didn't sign Win Records? Basically, I'm just paraphrasing. And she said, Papoose. Now, if Papoose would have had the working relationship with Claressa Shields and approach Alicia Baumgartner, let's say I'm just saying what we heard in the surface. If it was just a working relationship, Win Records signed Claressa Shields, and then Papoose would approach Alicia Baumgartner, look, we're throwing a lot of money to women and stuff like that. This is what we're trying to create. Then Alicia Baumgartner probably would have respected, whoa, which I gave Claressa Shields, what y'all gonna offer me? Whoa, okay, yeah, this is some new money into the sport of boxing, right? Just like when there's new, when Turkey Out Shake came, you know what I'm saying? When there's new money in the sport of boxing, respectfully, people look, but people didn't respect it. And business-wise, this is just a Papoose and Claressa Shields thing. It's not a Win Records and boxing thing. Win Records, the Zone, Salida promotion thing. If he would have kept this working relationship, it would have benefited him in boxing, and other entities would have taken it serious. If Claressa Shields would have taken this working relation, just keep it working relations, your movie probably would have never flopped the way that it did. Because leading up to your movie in Christmas, in which it was on Christmas, when you go to the movie on Christmas, most of the movie that come out in Christmas is family-orientated movie, right? A family, motivation, inspiring, the holiday spirit. How can any woman, leading up to the movie, Papoose and Remy Ma and all this stuff, ew. What kind of inspiring story is this? Ew. I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to support this. Bad timing. You were supposed to protect that. You didn't even protect your woman. You didn't even protect her movie, her image leading up to the movie. The budget was $12 million, right? It made $8 million and even break even. It flopped. Nobody talks about that movie because nobody's inspired by her like that. They could have been. Could have been. The only thing that you could say coming out of there is, I got the $3 million bonus. But everything else around Claressa Shields. Everything else. And everything was going on up and up. Claressa Shields should have signed with MVP. And put it this way, Claressa Shields, if she should have tested Papoose real love if she would have signed with MVP and still be with Papoose. If Papoose, you think Papoose would have still be with Claressa Shields if she would have signed with MVP? She should have tested right there. I don't want to mix business with pleasure. She said that the MVP deal was still lucrative, right? It was still lucrative. She said it herself. It was still a good deal. She was going to be on ESPN, and she would have been right now, she could have been, Jake Paul and would have been pushing her. Look at right now, MVP. Look at the Ronda Rousey. Right now, if she was with MVP, they would have been promoting Claressa Shields right now for Netflix. While these girls are on Netflix, it would have been pictures of Ronda Rousey and Claressa Shields. Right now, if she was with MVP's machine and Jake Paul machine, right? It would have been good promo, character promo, good promo. They would have had, Jake Paul would have easily be like, you know what? You don't need to do all those antics and none of that. I got that. Let the world hate me. You know what I'm saying? I got that already. I got the deals. I got the villain character. Everybody want to see me beat, but what I'm doing for women boxing. See, Jake Paul doesn't infiltrate that villain role into women boxing. You see how Jake Paul switches up? Jake Paul's a genius when it comes to this promoting shit. He don't bring that villain, that villain role, right? That people hate. They hate Jake Paul when he's in the ring versus a boxer, but when it comes to the world of women and him pushing women, Jake Paul is highly respected. Say all the right things. Highly respected. He's doing wonderful things. Can you imagine with the machine of ESPN, MVP, that's dealing with ESPN and Netflix, and Claressa Shields? I'm breaking it down for Claressa Shields so she could wake up. Is Win Records promoting Claressa Shields? Who is the owner of Win Records? Who is the face of Win Records? The face of Win Records is Papoose. And it was time to promote in the event of Win Records and Salida promotion on the Zone in Atlanta, where these people was at. In the Barclays Center in the reggae concert. Maybe this is the reason why his career never took off. He doesn't have the business mindset. He has maybe an executive mindset. See, there's a difference. When he said in that Vlad TV interview, he said, I'm an executive. You have the executive mindset, but do you have the boss mindset? Do you have the boss mindset? I executive, because an executive, I think you're not doing a good job right now. And I think, put it this way, the image is so bad. The image is so bad that realistically, it is a great thing that even if it's an exhibit in the museum, it's supposed to be something great where everybody should be happy for her. And everybody should be like, wow, yo, that's a good thing. But because of her image, man, and people don't even want to go to the museum right now. The image gotten so bad that even when there's certain that could be potentially great and a good story, people's not into it. That's because of you, Papoose. That's because of you, Papoose. Because of you, Papoose, nobody's gravitating. Why? Put it this way. Look at publications or media outlets on social media that talked about her achievements being acknowledged by the museum. How many boxing content creators was like, wow, Claressa Shields, her achievement and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. Did the Breakfast Club, the Breakfast Club, they support her? Did they come out with anything? Did the Breakfast, hold on, let me see. Because the Breakfast Club supported. Let me see if they share light to it. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's go. Let me see. The Breakfast Club says nothing about you right here. Look. The Breakfast Club said nothing about Claressa Shields, but they would say something about Claressa Shields if she's going back and forth with 50 Cent. How about the Shade Room? Let's go to the Shade Room. Let's go to the Shade Room. Let me see if they give her props. Let me see. No, 14 hours. Let's see. Is she 2 days ago? No. The Shade Room. The Shade Room. Nothing. Yesterday was the opening, right? May 15th. The Shade Room, nothing. Hey, no, we're not gonna block this, but we're gonna put you on timeout so you can listen, so you can learn. Hold on, let's put it. Hold on, I'm putting esta tigre in timeout. No, sometimes people gotta be quiet, and then so they could listen. Give me a second, so they could listen. Give me a little second. Don't get that tigre. Let's put a timeout for 30 minutes. I'm gonna put you on timeout for 30 minutes so you could listen. Because sometimes that you just typing and you're not listening. You'll put you on timeout. We don't block people, but we're gonna put you on timeout. We're gonna put on timeout. Most people do not like Clarence. That's her own fault. Clarence has really nice parents. She took combative. She don't want to listen. She's so combative. Ali refused to go to war. Put her other fake page in timeout. Which one? Since I was in the live that was pretending to not be her, I peep that was no. She have to take a timeout and she has to listen. She has to listen to the people that care. I think we care about her more than Papoose. Huh? Yo, I would like to see. I would at least hear Papoose say, "Hey, yo, man, I'm listening to you. I gotta respect my woman. All right." Any publications for real, all you boxing folks, you know what I'm saying? Better quit that ish about my lady. That man will even say nothing like that, bro. So if you are going to, okay, whatever narrative there is, if Papoose is this just a game that he's playing, even if it's just a game, even if he has an exit plan, even if Papoose has an exit plan, yo, play the game right. If you have if this is like, oh yeah, you just got her so she could sign a contract and stuff like that, and you got to keep her winning, so you got to keep her happy, so keep her winning, to keep that money flowing, right? At least protect the image. Maximize on your maximize on your investment. Maximize off that. If she heard this should be cooking channel out here. Oh yeah, now she be putting that. What I saw the other day, what was it yesterday? That she's eating a fish and something like that. Now she's trying to be Layla Ali, because Layla Ali be putting cooking stuff, and now she wanna up. You know what it is? Ever since we seen the microwave plate that she made for Papoose, she been trying to be like, oh, I could cook this and I could do that and I could do that. You know, the thing is, you know what? You know why I think that this is why people keep on speaking about daily, right? Because she gives content. Anytime that she tweet is a content. Anytime, Claressa, you put something out, is a content. So anybody that don't like it, hey, tell Claressa Shields, hey, don't put a content. She gonna have content. We're gonna put content. We're gonna time in on that. That's what content creators do. You know what I'm saying? Why a lot of people ain't talking about Gervonta Tank Davis right now? You know why? Because Gervonta Tank Davis ain't putting out content. He's not out there. As soon as Gervonta Tank Davis even puts a picture of him tying his shoes, there's gonna be people out there doing content. Just like that's like Earl Spence. Earl Spence don't be on social media. As soon as Earl Spence put that he cut his hair, is a content. Oh, Earl Spence cut his hair. Earl Spence look like an incredible shape. Oh, it look like Earl Spence gonna be back in the ring soon. That's what content creator is. I know. Tank called he called Claressa Shields bulldog, something like that. play the video clip when I praised her. I took it out. Let me see if it's still there. Hold on. Let me see. No, I took it out. I took it out to play this.
Haters ain't even see me coming. I didn't ask for permission. I didn't ask if y'all okay with female boxers. Are y'all okay with dark-skinned girls? Are y'all okay with girls who over? I didn't ask you that. Oh, I'm overconfident. I'm cocky. I'm loud. I didn't ask you. God already chose me and favored me. Amen? I just popped up.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me now? Yeah. Yeah, hear me. Yo, put it this way, folks. If she does that in public, like she has to, I'm gonna cut her live and I'm gonna say this. Can you imagine before she went live? Can you imagine the tantrum? If she has these tantrum going live, this ain't nobody. This is not nobody they're recording her and they call her while she's all bad and all that shit, like on some restaurant. This is her. Yo, can you imagine how she talks when it's not alive, when it's not on camera, when she's not setting up a live to go rant out? Can you imagine what he has to go through? I think looking at that live, he is scared of her. He's scared, bro. He's scared. Like she's in love. Like she's dangerously in love, though. I'm telling you, she's dangerously in love. And it's like, I don't know if he could lay her down easy. Maybe he don't have the personality since, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's you know, he has sisters and he got daughters, and you know what I'm saying, that he has a very soft spot for women. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's not that type. Maybe he's not a combative guy with women. Like they just because, I mean, maybe he doesn't argue. Like they're like, maybe he's that type. Like, oh shit, oh, whoa. Like, yo. She's very, oh my God. If she's annoying in lives, imagine. Come on, man. Come on. Looking at the dress that she had, the same in the what you call it? In the museum, not in the museum, in the museum and in the Mother's Day in the concert with the celebrating his mom's Mother's Day, and shout out to all the mothers, right? You could tell that she didn't even go with luggage. She came with a bag, with a plastic bag to the airport. She probably was so mad she drove up from Atlanta to New York that same night. She wasn't even patient enough to wait for an airplane. I think so too. Behind the scenes, he be laughing at her. I think so too. I think so too. I think he just can't control her. Yeah, let me say it like this. In the beginning, when you in a relationship, that crazy love is pretty, it's cute, right? That, oh, when you like, you know, that beginning love stage, the I like you a lot beginning love stage. And sometimes jealousy could seem, yeah, she care about me, or or the other way around, yeah, he cares about me. And in the beginning, it's all good, right? Because people level jealousy, and unfortunately, people level jealousy to how much they think that person loved them or scared to lose them, right? Some people translate jealousy to, oh, he loves me or she loves me. Yeah, I got her. Yeah, she ain't never gonna leave me. She can't see me around no other woman. And that may, in the beginning, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? People can handle that in the beginning. But when it really creates that chaos and drama, uncontrollable, I think that's what I think you could see little by little she's crashing and her voice is changing, and look what she's tweeting, all these snakes and stuff like that. You shouldn't even worry about it. You got the love of your life. When you have the love of your life, you don't even care about friends at the moment. Am I right or wrong, ladies and gentlemen? When you remember when you're in that relationship in the beginning, even the puppy love in high school or whatever, you stop chilling with your people, you stop chilling with your friends for a little while because you're so in love, you're so interested in this new person that everything you do is together. Why? She cares about anybody else and anybody else's feelings. If Papoose says I love you and that's the only, don't go to online. Why do you want to listen to anybody's opinion online about you? Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to be nowhere where I'm not liked. And if I have the money to enjoy my life, like her, if I had $8 million, I have the money to enjoy my life. I would not even enter the world because the world is big. Not everybody is in social media, but if I'm going to go online and every time I put my name on is some negative, what I deem negative, or people criticizing me, people don't care about my relationship, why does she tune into that? Why does she tune into all of that? It's like, yeah, I'm going to go to this place where they all talk shit about me. I don't want to listen to it all. Like, because Pap ain't loving her, that's loneliness right there. You getting lonely. I know certain boxers that they live in a good life that put it this way. Shout out to my bro, Demetrius Andre, boxer, right? He got his family, he got his kids, he got his wife, he got businesses and stuff like that. You know what I be telling him? I'm like, yo, man, you got to be on social media, man, so it could up your interest and say, man, I don't got no time for that shit, bro. Like, I know, he'd be like, I know, I just don't got, like, he can't find the time to just be on social media, to promote himself, to catch things. Like, I be saying, yo, you know about this? You don't be like, I don't know, yo, really? I don't know nothing about that. No, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know, because when you're really successful and you're talking entrepreneurship and you investing on something else, Instagram and the comment section, how many successful people you'll see they can look in that comment section and going to podcast that and disguising themselves and all of that stuff? Who does that? What's successful? How she talks about herself. The richest woman in the world. I got this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on. Where do you find the time? When do you find the time? When do you find the time? Yo, people are so busy. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Successful athletes, a lot of successful athletes, they so busy that they have people running their social media. There's successful people so successful that they're so busy that they want to be relevant in social media, but they don't have to be on they don't have time to be on social media. They hire people to handle their social media platform for them. If you're not making money on social media, that's not really you want to be a content creator at the same time, don't have a podcast and stuff like that, right? Where do you find the time with all this success? You so successful. Where do you have the time? All right, watch a video here and there, but what do you have the time to? Because looking at comments is a whole different job as well. You know, I'm gonna give you an example. There's certain videos, right, that I have, and it have more comments than others, right? And I'm like, if I look at comments right now and answer right now, I got my kids and they up, do you know that takes time away from them? So you know when I like to answer the comment section, right? If when they're in school or late at night when that's it, I'm really I really I don't have the I'm not taking away from anybody, right? And I usually do it in the nighttime, like at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm up. And that's when I look at the comment section, like it here, because I like to engage. I always been, if you know me on in my channel, I've always tried to engage. You know what I'm saying? Either like it, say something back, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But imagine them though. How do you go other places to look at comments? That's weird. Like you can't be that the way that you say that you're successful like that. Come on. Tell Win Records to hire somebody to do this shit. Facts, not even Fashion Nova. Come on, man. That's like Cardi B looking at. Now, I'm not gonna say she's Cardi B status, but in her field, she is the Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? In her field, she is the one of the top dogs in women boxing. Is Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Alicia Baumgartner, Claressa Shields. Right now, you could say those four are the elites. Branding wise, she takes a hit branding wise, but I'm saying the most recognizable, right? The most recognizable women fighters: Amanda Serrano, Claressa Shields, Katie Taylor, Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia Baumgartner, you notice that the bigger Alicia Baumgartner gets, the less she engages in social media. If you follow Alicia Baumgartner, Alicia on the come, she'll engage, but the more she gets, she will tweet something, but she will not engage back and forth. That's it. She doesn't have the time to look at comments and engage like that. I don't think it's personal with them. It's just that they don't have the time. That's a work in itself. Amanda Serrano, she gets help also to engage. Like I've seen Amanda Serrano, like she can't handle all the information, man. Don't seek. I think that, again, I'm gonna say it again because it's part of the live. I think she could be in better situation. Public image could be better. I'm not gonna say it'll be great, but it'll be better if Papoose start taking the lead. Start taking the lead. Like the dude didn't even want to mention like his, I'm like, man, I'm not with that woman, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'd be like, this is my queen, but he don't say it with his chest. That's not your queen, my brother. You still married, man. Man, that's not your queen, my brother. Nobody's respecting her as your queen until you make that move, bro. Until you make a king move, then that's your queen. Your queen is Remy Ma. She may not be your queen, but she's still the queen. Y'all might not sleep in the same bed, but she's still the queen. What are you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Don't say that that's your queen. You can't even put her in queen status, my brother. You think we stupid out here, my brother? You the more, put it this way, the more that he, and this is what I mean. Even when he thinks he's being good to Claressa Shields on post, oh, this is my beautiful queen. You're a beautiful queen. So get a divorce, my brother. Get a divorce. So you could get down on one knee, and that could really be your queen. And people could respect that that's your queen. My man, you can't even get down on one knee right now. You can't even get down on one knee and propose to that woman, put a ring on and get married. You can't even secure that woman. So how you expect the whole world to respect as the queen? She's not a queen to you, my brother. She's not the queen of boxing. She ain't the queen of you. She's the laughing stock until you put respect on your situation with her. And that's when everybody follows suit. Nobody will have a choice but respect it. Nobody will have a choice but respect it. Yeah? Maybe. Bro, am I right or wrong? He doesn't matter. But who, of course, who want to marry her? If Papoose was my friend, and my boy is dating a girl like that, I'm like, yo, my brother, man, she's a headache, my brother. Yo, please, yo, if you're gonna invite me out, don't come with her. hey yo, for real. If Papoose was my friend and be like, yo, Papoose, yo, we out to this spot and shit like that. Yeah, but don't bring that shorty with you, my brother. Now you're gonna bring up, yo, another day. Yo. Now I got this. I got one of my boys, right? He's older, right? And he got married. My boy got married, right? He's a little older. He's in his 50s, right? Had a divorce, had 4 kids, got married again. And I know it was premature. I know he was still hurt. He got played, right? Look, he got played. So he had to divorce her because he got played, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to break up a family. He just had to. And he said, you know, my relationship was bad, was years bad leading up to what she did. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's what we had to end it. He said the worst, he said, I did a mistake. I should have gone to therapy when she insisted that they should go on therapy. He didn't want to go to therapy. Eventually, she did dirt. He called her. They broke up. They split. He took one of the kids, what do you call it? Custody of one of the kids because the school was closer to where he moved and blah, 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 whatever, right? But he didn't want to really, so he dated another girl. It looked like that was going to be probably a serious one. He got married later on to another chick. But this chick, her attitude and her character was so, I'm not going to say strong, but you know that demanding attitude that really rubs people the wrong way. Like, I started calling her Google, right? I called her Google. That was a nickname. I said, yo, you were Google? Because every time we could be talking about something, she got the answers to everything. Like, we could be talking about anything, like just light, like light sports or anything light politics, and oh no, but this and that and this one. Like, she want to be the professor and the teacher everywhere we go, bro. It got to the point where the other fellas, the other girls, didn't want. If he's gonna be around, don't bring your wife. That is the worst situation. Like, yo, you can't chill with your peoples because your friends don't like her. Yo, you can't chill, but you bring with her, man. That's it. Got to the point where nobody wanted to chill. If he's gonna bring, don't bring her. Isn't that bad when you or with your friends and nobody likes your woman? Yo, he recently got divorced. Everybody's happy. There's no cheating. No, it was different. It's like they fell out of love. Her attitude got too strong for him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the beginning, all that attitude, all that, oh man, she's very smart. Or this, man, I like a woman that's smart. She knows a lot of things. Yeah, but then it gets to the point where it's too much. Now they belittling you. Now you don't know nothing. Now she's trying to impose her belief in you, impose everything. No, whatever and then it gets too uncomfortable. Nah. The dude's already finalized the divorce. He said, man, I am popping the biggest champagne there is. I'm going to be drunk for the whole summer. I'm going to be drunk. He said he's going to be celebrating. I never seen the guy so happy in the past maybe two years. He's happy. I'm like, man, even the voice is different. But again, like I said, boxing translates to life itself. I think that us men, for real, that's listening on, man, we have to find our way to be the extension of God again. Because I think that men have lost control in society. And by losing control, but losing our position, we abandon our position to the point that women don't respect men like that. We put women in position, even in the culture and music and all that stuff, because people do follow the culture through music and through other arts, right? These men in position that has the ability to motivate and inspire the youth and so many people out there. It got to the point where even in hip hop culture, it became a thing of men wifing up basically whores. Our women rappers have become strippers with a mic. What happened to the sophisticated? What happened to the Queen Latifahs and the MC Lights and the Lauryn Hills? You know what I'm saying? That what happened to them? The Alicia Keys. Now it's a bunch of Cardi B's and Sexy Reds and stuff like that. And you know, dudes falling in love with the strippers and stuff like. Yo, even put it this way. Look at even Adrian Broner with Dean the Great. You seen the live stream and they find it funny? All you see is drunkenness, right? It could be funny for a little while, but you see how Adrian Broner talks to the women? You see how you would never see a display of men talking to women like that. Even when these women are not what you call godly, if you understand what I'm saying. Bitch, you whore and stuff like that. That won't be on display like that. And other men wouldn't be laughing. It wouldn't be like, yo, my man, like it's getting out of control now. Now the thing is now, is one thing when at a time where in hip hop, people was pushing the gangster drug dealing, image. And then with that became the pimp image. The reason why I do like Kanye West, and I know, like I said, I'm talking about boxing translates to life itself. I'm talking about life and culture and stuff like that. The reason why I like the emerge of Kanye West is because it shifted the image of a dude that's just in college, that's just art. He's not a gangbanger. He's not a drug dealer. And it highlighted a new wave of, that's why you got the Drakes of the world, the Kendrick Lamar of the world, the Cole. It created now that an artist could now just be a regular artist and it's going to be respected. He doesn't have to sell drugs. He doesn't have to be a gangbanger. He doesn't have to have a gun on him and all that stuff. Now now we could go from there to now elevating youth better, a better representation from male, right? But then the woman took a hit. The women in hip hop is now, it used to be only one Little Kim. Now all the women are Little Kims. We was good with just one little Kim. But now all the ladies are little Kims. Everything is booty shaking, booty showing, everything. The problem with our culture is that we highlight all the bad stuff about us and we glorify all the bad stuff about us. Where other cultures, they have the same bad stuff. There is pimping, there is drug dealing, there is gangster, there is killing, there is all bad thing. But other cultures don't glorify that. They keep it in the back burner. Even the mafia, they keep all their dirt in the back burner. It was with suits and stuff like that. No, we glorify thuggery. We glorify strippers and whores and ungodly, unrighteous dudes and dirty mother effort. You look like, what's his name? Kodak Black. Ese tigre un craquero, ya. Huh? Blue face, Kodak Black. Look at all these. Look at where we going now. There's not even no art in it. Let's put the dysfunctional, the highly dysfunctional shit out there. And that's why you create a Claressa Shields mindset. What I mean by that is that Claressa Shields is okay being the side piece. Claressa Shields is okay being the mistress. Claressa Shields think it's okay. It is nothing wrong. You know why? Because throughout the past 7 to 10 years, men have glorified scoochies. Back in the days, even if a man would never wife nothing like a Cardi B. I'm not taking it Cardi B. A man wouldn't wife a Cardi B. A man wouldn't wife no Sexy Red. A man wouldn't wife none of that. Who never put a finger on it. No, a whore stay as a whore, right? And the pimp will get glorified. This guy don't even know how to be. At least be a pimp that you probably be respect. At least pimp her out. You have to pimp her out. But this guy, Claressa Shields is okay. She's okay that Papoose calls her queen, but he could still be married. Oh, but that's my queen. I am a queen. I'm his queen. That's my pap. And I have a tattoo on. And she says that she wants to have a baby. Why doesn't Claressa Shields says I want to get married before having a baby? Why Claressa Shields doesn't say, you know what? I never want to be in the position that Remy Ma's in. So until he handle his business, we could be friends. I could be his friend and I could be there to be for him while he grieves about his 15 long year of relationship and marriage, because that's not easy just to erase. Even if it ends bad, it's not easy to we're going to have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Even if your relationship was bad or ended bad, there's certain things that a man or a woman going to be like, you know what, man, I wish I was in that house. I wish I was in my house. Because when you married, you build a house together. You build a union, you build a family. You don't think that Papoose sometimes wishes that he could be in the house and maybe he does in the house, but don't you think that Papoose wishes that he's in the house and waking up with his children and his daughter, the golden child, and his wife? If anybody says that, no, man, he's happy. He's not happy, my brother. He's not happy. No, devoted father wants to be in the situation. It's an unfortunate situation. You go through breakups and stuff like that. It's not that you miss her. It's not that Papoose miss Remy or Remy is missing the union. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you like this. It's not about a man loving the wife or a wife loving the husband. But people also love the household. People love what they build. People love that. Like, you think it's easy? Like, some women may not understand, or some men might not understand. You know that it's one of the hardest things, I think, and most men, because once we break up and you have kids, most of the time the woman keeps the kid, right? When my oldest son, when I used to drop him off, man, I used to hate that. I used to hate that. Yo, my son was so attached to me. And still to this day, my oldest son was so attached to me that when I used to drop him off, right? And my son's mom then would hit me up and say, "Oh, he's crying. He doesn't want to fall asleep. Can you come pick me up?" and stuff. She still wanted to be in a relationship and stuff and things of that nature, but I didn't want to be in a relationship. That's for another story. But she used to hit me up and she'd be like, just come and pick him up because you don't want to be. He was so attached. He's a daddy's boy, right? He was so attached. So my son used to fall asleep in the car. You know what I'm saying? You know how babies just always fall asleep when you drive in, and they fall. It's what you call it for like kids. It's like it's something that they after 15 minutes on the road they fall asleep, right? It's soothing to kids, right? So I had to go around the block, put him to sleep, because if I sometime would have taken, drop him off awake, he'll cry. But when he used to cry and I used to drop him off, and I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't want to be with his mom, I still wanted to. I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay just so, because it's fun. Waking up and your kid waking you up. For any parent, isn't that one of the best feelings? Because I'm gonna tell you like this: you aren't gonna have that feeling for the rest of your life. That's only very, very, very temporary for 2, 3, 4 years. When you waking up and your kids is the one that's waking you up in the morning, right? Getting between you and mom, right? And they get on your back. Wake up. I'm hungry. What we gonna eat? We gonna pancakes or something like that? It's a good feeling. It's the most natural, beautiful peace. It's peaceful, bro. Even when your kids is loud, it's the most peaceful sound. Because I'm gonna say it like this: when they grow, and that crying and them fighting is no longer there. If your kids got siblings, right? You got a daughter and a son, 2 sons or whatever. That fighting, that argument with the kids. I want the TV. No, it's my turn. No. It all goes away. Papoose missed that. Of course he missed that. He been with that woman too long. Even when you only had the couple hours. Yeah, man. Even that. You know what I'm saying? Cooking for them, bathing them, picking them from school, taking them to school, going together, and also having a great parenthoodship, right? That you could go to parent teachers conference together. Anybody in the chat, who here goes to parent teachers conference, mom and dad together with the kids? How many people? Y'all go together. Oh, your kid is doing this, right? Your kid's doing that, right? But I'm like, you, that's a good representation in school. I was so much into even my son that even when I wasn't with his mom, but when it was parent teachers night, we went together. As a matter of fact, I used to tell the teacher, I used to have the emails to all the teachers and stuff like that, just in case if she wouldn't tell me, I know. Man, tell the teacher that I used to have all the I was in every field trip, bro. All of it. I was so much into fatherhood, bro. So much into fatherhood. But I'm telling you, maybe this situation with Papoose and Remy Ma is soothing to him. He's heartbroken, but you know what I'm saying? This chick that maybe being with Claressa Shields make him feel so much love, like Remy Ma loved him. Because sometimes people want to feel important as well. Sometimes you're so heartbroken that other person, it ease the pain a little bit, like you're interested again. like people laughing at all your jokes again. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, he just wished that it was his wife. Oh yeah, and God bless. Hope everything goes well. Tarsha, go, Shorty, Tar. Hope everything goes well with that. Yeah, man. Sometimes people sacrifice. I know that's sad to say. Some people like there's couples that sacrifice. Like she don't want him no more. He don't want her no more. Like the love is not there no more. But they stay together for the kids because it's not wrong protecting the kids. Everybody deserves their happiness. Everybody deserves their happiness. But let me tell you like this. If you telling me to sacrifice my happiness for the security of my kids' happiness, that don't bother me. Sometimes people work jobs that they don't really want to work, but they do it because they're providing for their family. That doesn't mean I'm happy when I go to work or happy that I have this job, but I'm happy that I have this job to provide for my children. So esa vergüenza, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that ego. I swallow my ego. I know in certain cases that's not healthy when the man and the woman is in a relationship and still in a relationship for the kids, but it's still your kids. You're still protecting their comfortability, their comfortability. If it doesn't hurt you that much. Now, if your unhappiness is really hurting you, is really detrimental to you, you got to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something about it. But then both parents got to be real. If if y'all both are not in good standings, you don't want to be with him and he doesn't want to be with you, then y'all should be friends. It's supposed to be easy, right? I feel like it's supposed to be, if y'all both in the same stage and not wanting each other, but respecting that, okay, you're a great mother and you're a great father, it should be easy, right? That's why when you hear the situation with Papoose and Remy, okay, she don't want Papoose. Papoose doesn't want her. Why not the divorce? There's something there that's holding it. There's something there that's holding the divorce back. It's something there that the divorce is not being finalized because it's already been 2 years. It's something there. And that's what keeps people, their fans, her fan base, his fan base, content creators and whatever. It has people like, what's going on? That's why people's not taking the relationship with Claressa Shields and Papoose serious, because why people keep saying, why not the divorce? There's something there. It should be easy. Or maybe they both need a break. And their break is is not a golly break. It's a different break. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, yeah, you do what you want to do. You do. Yeah, do what you're going to do, whatever. And I'm going to do me. And we find each other right back to in each other's arms. I'm not ready to divorce you. I don't feel like this is the end, but I just feel like, where I wanna be. I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Maybe it's that situation. She told another channel that she makes $5,000 a day on social media. She forgot that a few weeks ago that she said that she makes $5,000 a month. Hey, man. I hope she makes. I hope she makes money. I think that Claressa Shields is a wonderful talent in the ring. I think she's a great fighter. She lacks power, but I think that she goes for it sometimes, most of the time. I think she goes for it. I think she's good as a fighter for women boxing. Her image is not good, but image could be fixed. Character could be fixed. We've seen assholes and then they turn into God and they become the most humble human beings and very, very likable, so that could change. That could change. And I think that she has the ability. She does have the ability. I don't think that she has the ability, but She has a window of youth. She's in her prime, physically in her prime. There's not enough opponents for her to enhance her legacy. So her legacy is not going to be enhanced, right? She's already a heavyweight. She became a 3-division undisputed world champion. Like, how much can she enhance? There's no opponents for her. She's going to have to come down, and now she's going to have to be the big girl that's beating up little girls. So the people that's fighting her is there to be great. See, Michaela Mayo will have to move up. Michaela Mayo comes from the featherweight division. A lot of people, oh, what about Alicia? But Alicia Baumgartner is a featherweight. She weighs 130 pounds. So anybody that fights Claressa Shields, the credit is going to go to them because they're the one that's moving up to fight the big girl. The big girl never gets credit for beating up the little girl. Just like the big guy doesn't give credit for beating up the little guy. When it's Terrence Bud Crawford fighting Canelo Alvarez, it's Terrence Bud Crawford daring to be great. You know what I'm saying? If Bam Rodriguez fight Naoya Inoue, it's Bam Rodriguez daring to be great. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez is Shakur Stevenson going to the 140-pound division, daring to be great to fight the bigger person. Claressa Shields doesn't got enough opponents left. And that's why a lot of people, even in the sport of boxing, is not intrigued right now with Claressa Shields because there is no, that's why we was pushing for the Shadeja Green fight. And the Shadeja Green fight should have happened when it was supposed to happen. And now that her loss kills the mega fight for both of them. But when Claressa Shields says that she effed up she fumbled the bag, no, you fumbled the bag. You should have fought her. Should have never fought Franchon Crew de Jeune. You was promoting Franchon Crew de Jeune, beat Shadeja Green. I don't need to fight her. No. You should have never promoted that triangle theory. So Claressa Shields now has to look at it. You just got your accomplishment recognized in the museum temporarily, but it's supposed to be a good thing. Where was the Breakfast Club? Your people's in the Breakfast Club. Was that girl's name? That she's her friend? That she always invites her to the Breakfast Club? Why? What happened to why you didn't highlight on your social media? The Shade Room. All those people outside of the sport of boxing. You know why? Because they look at you just to create chaos, drama, your Papoose drama, 50 Cent drama. But your boxing career, like I said, what I've been saying this already for months. I've been saying this for already since the Lanny Daniels fight, leading up to the Lanny Daniels fight. I was saying that your career has taken a bet. I said that she has no opponents left, even when she was in MMA. When I was in the what you call it, in Twitter space. In Twitter space, I wish that Twitter space was still long. It was still recorded. It was Ryan Garcia's Twitter space, and I was there. Claressa Shields jumped on, and Claressa Shields, we was just having. Everybody was conversing. Everybody had the conversation. Everybody was just talking, right? And I even said, "Yo, Claressa, I think that you should be more in the MMA. I think you're more excited in the MMA." And she agreed. She didn't disagree. I said that your style, you're more entertaining in the MMA than you are in boxing. Her first couple fights in the MMA was more entertaining than she's in boxing. You saw the aggression. She was going for it. I'm like, damn it, she could. She's young enough to learn. To learn. Like more, like she was good. She lost in her last fight, but she wasn't that bad for a first learner, right? But leading up to the Lanny Daniels fight, I said that she was distracted, and then after the fight, she was distracted. You could see her body wasn't right, tattoo and all that stuff. Like what is going on? I heard her fight is in December. Is this true? I don't know. And if it's in December, that means she only fighting 2 times a year. That means she's only fighting 2 times a year. Where she gonna get this $8 billion? Because she barely got $1.2 million in her fight with Franchon Crew de Jeune. Guarantee on commission. So her next fight in December, don't know. Hopefully she got a fight in July. Hopefully she got a fight in July or August and then get another fight in December. If she ain't getting a fight right away, it's because they ain't make money. If she didn't get, I'm telling y'all right now, if she's not getting a fight right away, it's because they didn't make money. They didn't make a good amount of money off of her. Because if she, 18,000? What, she got 18,000 seats in Detroit? Okay, sold out. Oh, they're getting money. Everybody happy. Don't you think they want to get that? I mean, look, the Zone is the one that's paying the licensing fee. Boom. Okay, get another fight in July. June, July. Get another fight. I mean, she could have 4 fights. Two fights a year and versus nobody? Not nobody, but the other fighter is not getting money like that. It's because probably they're already losing. They're already losing. Because what? They're gonna if they put a fight in July and then put her to fight again in December. In her calculation, they gotta give her 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. Are they ready to give her 2 million? Is her fights making 2 million? Is her fight generating 2 million? Think about that. Is her fight generating 2 million? And if your fight is generating more than that, then pull the numbers out. Let me say like this in the sport of boxing. When there's a successful number, oh, trust me, they put that number out because they want the world to see. So leader promotion is supposed to say, hey, our revenue gate for in Detroit on a sold out crowd was this amount of dollars. They will put it out. Just like when MVP, when they have a successful gate, like they did in Dallas, Texas, or they have viewership, they put all the information out. Win Records, they should have put they should have put their information. Oh, Win Records, yo, we sold out, and this is how much the gate was. They ain't gonna put the gate. Put the gate revenue. Because if you did 18,000, in Little Caesars, and your gate is not in the 5 million, I'm gonna say 3 to 5 million, then 18,000 seats, and you just gonna make what? The gate 1 million? 1 million. Then how much was the tickets? The days of pay-per-view stars over here for rebuild. Her name, the chaos in social media is not translating to the Bucks. And like I said before, this is not love my kids with the $20 super chat says, yo, practice beats all the talents when talent is lazy, cocky, and simple. Dig yourself out of this quicksand life you created. This quicksand that you created. Show how mentally tough and physically strong you are. Time becomes an adjective when you waste it. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I truly think that if she really cares about her, maybe she don't care about her image. Maybe she cares about her lust or love for Papoose more than her own image. You know, boxing is a very, very short career. Boxing is a short career at the highest level. Yeah, you could be, you know, they debuted 10 years ago, whatever, but I'm talking about that precision. And I told y'all this before, and I know people, promotional companies, network people, they don't like Claressa Shields. They don't like her attitude. So after her after her career, she gonna do Cutter commentating? What's she gonna identify with? Because right now she's identifying to be the side piece of Papoose. How's she going? What's going to identify Claressa? I'm just saying for her, and if Papoose really cares about her, he got to fix his situation for their situation to be respected. People won't be joking on her if their situation. Now, people could joke on she dresses and blah blah blah, but then all that shit is gonna be secondary. She keeps on doing great things, but it's gonna be tough for her to keep on doing great things because she doesn't have the opponents to enhance her legacy. I think this is this is respectfully after her after okay, you became the heavyweight champion and became a 3 division undisputed world champion. Everything from there is gonna go down. Not because I want to see a downfall. It's because she's at a weight class that there is no name. And even put it this way, even if she fights Michaela Mayer, in which Michaela Mayer is a pound for pound talent, right? Even if she fights Michaela already lost to Alicia Baumgartner. So all this of Claressa disrespecting Alicia Baumgartner, she's not gonna look even better because all right, you beat Michaela Mayer. Let's say you beat Michaela, and Michaela, who is smaller than you, is gonna look like you just a big girl beating up the little girl. Alicia Baumgartner look like she's the little girl that beat up the big girl. So you're just fighting Alicia Baumgartner's leftovers. You're not gonna look good going back and forth with Alicia Baumgartner because Alicia Baumgartner gonna be like, okay, that's the biggest name that you could get because Michaela Mayer is probably she's tall. She's at 154. She says she's willing to move to 160, but Michaela Mayer is really coming from a smaller division. She won a war with Sandy Ryan. She lost Alicia Baumgartner. She got great skills, but the power also doesn't translate. So her power is not going to translate up there. Y'all friends. So the promotion ain't going to be all of that. You're not going to disrespect Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer is not going to verbally disrespect you because they're friends, right? And I think that Michaela Mayer and Claressa Shields knows they got they got skeletons. I know that Michaela Mayer got some stories in the amateurs about Claressa Shields and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? They both could be outing each other and be like, hey, you fuck this person, you fuck this guy, you fuck this. I know what you did. I know, yeah, because it's shit. I know stories. But I ain't gonna out nobody, but I know some stories. I know some stories. You know, I know some stories. If somebody gives me the green light, if that person gives me the green light, I think we all have a familiar acquaintance, put it that way. I know enough stories. I don't think Papoose gonna love these stories either. I know enough stories, put it that way. So I don't think that Michaela and Claressa is gonna talk shit to one another. I think they know about each other's I mean, look, we did see Franchon Crew de Jeune and Claressa Shields go at it. But I think that they went at it because she feel like her husband was disrespected as well. And I think that's when all the gloves came off. You know what I'm saying? If it had nothing to do with her husband or nothing like that, and that's what that was the thing. I just saw the clip for the first time. Papoose going at it with Franchon Crew de Jeune's team, and I'm like, yo, you got to be professional. You win record. What are you doing? What is this guy doing? I just saw the clip earlier today for the first time. When he's mouthing off, I'm like, bro, that's weird, bro. But yo, man, it's been a long one, man. Tomorrow, fight tomorrow. Keyshawn Davis versus Albright. I'm gonna go live for the fight tomorrow. I got Keyshawn Davis knocking out Albright. Moving on to bigger and better things. Brian Noman Jr. Let's see how Brian Noman Jr. does. You know what I'm saying? New trainer, first time without his dad. I think I don't know, man. It should be an easy fight for Brian Noman Jr., but I don't know. But I expect an easy fight for Keyshawn Davis, a spectacular performance. I got Keyshawn Davis as top 10s, one of the most entertaining fighters in the sport of boxing. So watch this fight tomorrow. I'm gonna go live for the fight. Tune in, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be talking more about everything about this situation. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.